This is SportsCenter.
I'm Christine Lisi. It's back to school for Oregon quarterback Dante Moore. He announced he'll be back with the Ducks for the 2026 college football season. In addition to trying to help Oregon win a national title, Moore's got a couple of parts of his game he wants to improve on.
I can become a better leader. And when it comes to my play style, just, dissecting defenses, being able to be comfortable with, if I see a defense that I know I've seen this coverage before and how to attack it. And there's a lot of great memories. And of course, I'm still 20 years old, so I'm still young and I have a lot of memories to make out here in college. I'm excited to be around the guys.
Oregon quarterback Dante Moore, by going back to the Ducks, he gave up a shot to be the top pick in the upcoming NFL draft. He will project near the top of a loaded QB class for 2027. NFL, as the Steelers get ready to start their search for Mike Tomlin's successor and only their fourth head coach in 57 years, Team President Art Rooney said today his expectation has not changed. It is to compete to win a championship each year. He also dismissed the idea of a rebuild. Rooney added that he believed Tomlin's decision will affect the future of quarterback Aaron Rodgers, who signed a one-year deal to play for Tomlin last offseason.
Hey, Sports Show Smallman coming up Thursday. From Cam Ward to Jackson Dart, I'll tell you which second-year quarterback is primed for success next year with a new head coach. It's on Sportsman, like 6 a.m. Eastern, right here on ESPN Radio, ESPN2, and ESPNU.
Matt Moscona.
I'm very important.
After further review.
Say it one more time.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
And here we go.
Live from the Raising Cane studio.
Let's ride!
And off we go. Welcome aboard. Glad you're with us. AFR, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. I'm Matt.
This is Shaq O'Neal, and I hate Matt.
Paul O'Neal.
They're chanting Paul O'Neal's name.
Yes, sir. And Mr. Toby Tomplay. All right, we're here. Glad you are as well. Get out there and make it a good one. Oh, by the way, it's a hump day. Yep.
It's hump day.
Let's hump, everybody.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Portal King.
Hump day.
Crown him.
It's hump day.
You want to crown him? And crown her.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
They are who we thought they were.
Hump day.
Lane Kiffin, Portal King, Doc.
It's hump day.
Husan Longstreet's a tiger.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
How in the world they pulled that off, I don't know.
Hump day.
They did.
It's hump day.
Run for it, Marty!
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Tyler Shough's a Rookie of the Year finalist.
Hump day.
He'll get screwed.
It's hump day.
Make fun of Mickey Loomis in an hour.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Looking forward to that.
Hump day.
Jaws Berry did a little one-on-one with Michael Gobble.
It's hump day.
Not good for Matt McMahon.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Let's get to it.
Hump day.
All right, lot to do. Let's get cranked up here because we got to get going. Shea Dixon in a dozen minutes. Brandon Taylor next hour. Let us begin as we do every single day.
It's time to pop the top on another edition of AFR with Bud Light. Drink easy.
My goodness. Y'all, I genuinely don't know what feels more improbable. Landing Sam Leavitt after his visit ended so badly, or adding Husan Longstreet after you added Sam Leavitt. Lane Kiffin got them both. Y'all, 72 hours ago, you had 0 scholarship quarterbacks. Do you understand this? 72 hours ago, y'all were cracking jokes. Hey, man, you notice ain't 7 on 7? Where's the quarterbacks? 72 hours ago. I could go look on Twitter. I could go look at my text line. I could go look at the YouTube comments. I could go find the receipts. Y'all know who you were. Melting down, fretting over the fact that they ain't got a quarterback. And by the way, It looked bad. You had Leavitt, bird in hand, you let him get away because you turned your attention to Damon Williams, and that blew up in your face. So you try to get back in the mix for Sam Leavitt, and he goes and takes a trip to Miami anyway. That was unsettling. You went to the airport, you tried to woo him, he got on the plane anyway to Miami. Yeah, Miami, who this year has a transfer quarterback, got you in the Natty. Last year had a transfer quarterback that was the number 1 overall pick. Oh, did I mention they're getting ready for the Natty? It's a hell of a final pitch. And the next day, what does Sam Leavitt do? Picks LSU. And oh, look, LSU wasn't done at quarterback. On Monday on this show, and Monday on Twitter, I told you that I had people within the program that were telling me that LSU was not done and that they were still trying to land Husan Longstreet. Here's the tweet. 11:09 a.m. Monday, January 12th. LSU's landed 2 quarterbacks in 12 hours with Sam Leavitt Landen Clark. They may not be done. Multiple sources confirm LSU's pushing to add Husan Longstreet to the group. Former USC 5-star visited LSU over the weekend. Worth watching. I said it was worth watching. I didn't believe it was going to happen. Why in the world would Husan Longstreet, a 5-star who just sat at USC with an incumbent coming back, why would he go to a spot where you just paid over $5 million from a veteran player in the transfer portal at quarterback? Doesn't make a lot of sense when Miami, by the way, desperate for a quarterback because Carson Beck's out of eligibility. They don't have anybody. Yet here you are. Y'all, Lane Kiffin is the self-proclaimed portal king. Crown him. Crown him. Now, it don't mean they're going to win a championship in the fall. He's still got to take all these pieces, mold it into a finished product, and coach it up on football Saturdays. But for everyone from the moment Lane Kiffin was hired who asked me what's a realistic expectation for year one, I told you, you're paying this man $90 million, and in an era where Kurt Cignetti can go to Indiana and get them in the playoff back-to-back years and the number 1 team in the country and a 2-score favorite in the national championship game, yeah, Lane Kiffin coming to Baton Rouge with the resources he's going to have at LSU better be ready to compete year one. And now you look at this roster, how can you argue against that? Y'all, let me put this into perspective for you. How massive this turnaround is, okay? On Sunday, you had no scholarship quarterbacks. Sam Leavitt's visiting Miami. Landen Clark picks you over Michigan. I mean, it's LSU, Michigan. Kentucky and James Madison were in there as well, but he picks you. Great, you got one. Then you get Sam Leavitt over Miami and Tennessee. Both programs with money to spend, both without incumbents. And then after getting Leavitt, you now add Husan Longstreet as well. And you have the most stability at quarterback now that you've had since the day before Bryce Underwood flipped. Now, I don't mean to bring you back to that spot emotionally and mentally, but go there with me if you will and understand. In that moment, what we had been talking about was, okay, you got Garrett Nussmeier ready, and then after Nussmeier, it's Bryce Underwood, and then after Bryce Underwood, it's Elijah Haven. We're sitting there going, man, you go boom, 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 boom. 5 stars that are taking you through 2029. That's what we were planning out. Underwood flips. You don't get a quarterback for 25. He impacted the 26 class because none of the 26 kids were looking at LSU to be behind Underwood. So you go 2 years without signing a quarterback. Do you realize, for everyone sort of lamenting the fact that all these quarterbacks left LSU, if the status quo had held, do you realize what your quarterback room would look like right now? Michael Van Buren, Colin Hurley, Juwan Johnson. Instead, your quarterback room is Sam Leavitt, Husan Longstreet, and Landen Clark. I mean, it's incredible. It's an undeniable win. And for the first time since Bryce Underwood flipped, you feel incredible about your quarterback situation because you go into this year now with Sam Leavitt. If there's anything not right with the list, Frank, that limits him, okay, Longstreet is going to get all the first-team reps in spring and could very well be your guy with the tremendous upside, ceiling, physical ability, potential, all this. There's a video I saw on Twitter, him throwing the ball 78 yards. He's a freak show. Hasn't played, but a physical freak show. And you got him he's got 4 years of eligibility. Now, will he stay 4 years? I don't know. But he's got 4 years of eligibility. So Leavitt with 2 years, Longstreet with 4 years, and then Landen Clark as well has 3 years of eligibility remaining. And you've got Peyton Houston committed for the class of 2027. You have, in 72 hours, built the most stable quarterback situation that LSU has had, I don't know, since Matt Flynn and Jamarcus were freshmen on the team, where Matt Malk was a senior, and you had Marcus Rand. Like, is that long ago? Didn't you have this much talent in the quarterback room? It's insane. That's why you brought Lane Kiffin here, man. It's why you paid him $91 million. It's why you gave him everything he wanted for his staff. It's why you let him pay Charlie Weiss $2.5 million. It's why Blake Baker's making $3 million a year. It's why he's got seemingly unlimited funds for rev share and third-party NIL. It's because of this. Look at what he's done. You've retained the top 6 guys on your roster you wanted to retain. You've got the number 1 portal class in the country by a giant margin. You've added 30 players via the portal. You're going to add a couple of more offensive linemen. You've got the number 1 player, number 1 quarterback in the portal. This is why you went and got him. He's got to win. He's got to win, and he hasn't done that. He's got to go win. But he is, to this point, built a roster and done the things that you anticipated he would do when you hired him. Can he win in the fall? He's going to have the roster to do it. All right, it's After Further Review. Show Up and Every Day is brought to you by Bud Light. Drink easy with a great taste of Bud Light. Official beer of AFR. Official beer of your Fighting Tigers of LSU. Man, raise an ice-cold Bud Light tonight. Husan Longstreet is an LSU Tiger. Portal King, roaming Baton Rouge right now, man, sitting on his throne. We all drink to that. Make sure you raise an ice-cold Bud Light, the official beer of the LSU Tigers. All right, Shea Dixon's going to join us next. We'll get some reaction to the Longstreet news and what else LSU is still targeting, who else LSU is still targeting. And, by the way, the Tigers picked up a high school commit for the 2026 class. It'll be a February signee. We'll have Shea tell you about him when we come back. It's AFR.
AFR.
REV, Let's Rev. Let'sRev.com, Let'sRev.com. REV, Let'sRev.com. Rev is local, y'all. 90 years here in the local market. We're talking internet, cable, home automation, all of it. REV. Go to Let'sRev.com, Let'sRev.com. Love telling you about Rev because I love telling you about great local companies that do awesome work and they give you great customer service as well. If you have ever thought to yourself, my internet company, so slow, always goes out. You got to ditch that forever, man. It's time. It's time to call Rev. It's time to switch. REV. Go to Let'sRev.com, Let'sRev.com, and experience the difference in why 70,000 of your friends and neighbors and business owners in South Louisiana trust Rev. REV. Let'sRev.com.
South Louisiana, it's turnaround season, and River Parish Contractors is calling in the best of the best. We're hiring pipe fitters, iron workers, boiler makers, combo and structural welders, rig welders, carpenters, crane operators, dirt operators, and more. If you're ready to work, ready to earn, and ready to build something that lasts, call Big Jake at 318-547-1000 or go to rpcontractors.com. River Parish Contractors. Let's get building.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Hi, this is Beth Serena. Welcome to my pool. The first time I saw this beautiful pool, it exceeded every expectation that I had. They were able to get everything we wanted in this pool. It is a beautiful pool. We live out here, we eat out here, we watch TV out here. This is like our living room outside. We love this pool and everything about it. When we decided to build our pool, we called a great friend who is one of the best pool builders in the country in North Louisiana, and we said, who would you choose to build a pool in Baton Rouge? And without a hesitation, he told us Russell Pools. He said their history, tradition of great builds, great pools was unmatched. So of course, who did we call? Russell Pools. The advice I would give to anyone looking to build a pool is first call Russell Pools. They'll do an incredible job. It'll be incredibly organized. It'll be time efficient. And you will have your pool in no time.
After a decade of working in private duty nursing, I know how hard it can be to find compassionate care for the ones that you love the most. So I started Decision Critical, a premier concierge nursing agency, so we can take care of you wherever you are. Our highly skilled nurses provide exceptional care from the comfort of your own home with personalized packages for short-term, long-term, or even around-the-clock care. Visit us at decisioncriticalbr.com and give us a call today to get started.
My father, J.B. Faugu, had a vision of growth for First American Bank and the communities we serve. The bank's foundation was built on his legacy of compassion, loyalty, and dedication. Through his years of leadership, First American has prospered to heights even J.B. could not have imagined. I know my father would be extremely proud of the customer service and financial stability that First American provides to Southeast Louisiana. We continue to thrive because of the legacy of J.B. Faugu.
This menu is a masterpiece, delivers every time.
This is the worst party ever. Raisin Cane's!
Let's go!
After further review, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
All right, we missed Shea Dixon yesterday. He's good enough to hang out with us for a bit today. Shady, how are you, man?
I'm doing well. This is the best to take people behind the scenes. Matt and Moose and the crew often do a video link in. And with Verizon's crash today, all I could think of was the only people I'll talk to on the phone today will be Moscona because they'll send me an actual video link.
How about it?
Good thing.
There it is, man. Where there's a will, there's a way, Shea. Here in the year of our Lord 2026. We're just going to make it happen. It's what's going to work. Okay. I could say the same about Lane Kiffin. My goodness. Husan Longstreet after landing Sam Leavitt Landen Clark. Give me your reaction and how they were able to get this done.
I think every other college coach is on Verizon and he's on AT&T.
Yeah.
That's got to be it. He's out here just making calls nonstop and everyone else is just wondering what's happening. Look, you had mentioned this, right? That they were still going after Longstreet in the wake of landing Landen Clark, who was on your show earlier this week. And then you get Sam Leavitt, the #1 portal quarterback, and did so kind of after a roller coaster ride. He went through the visit and then the news broke of Devon Williams at Washington maybe going into the portal. And then Leavitt adds a Tennessee visit and then Lane flies to Knoxville and then he goes from there to Miami, and it was like, okay, well, if he didn't shut things down and he's still going to Miami, it's probably done. And then he goes home, and bang, all of a sudden it's, look, LSU is trending for him, and they land him. And we had both said, hey, look, they're still going after Longstreet. And I even put myself, hey, look, in Longstreet's shoes, he's probably got other options, right? I mean, this is a kid who's playing at Southern Cal. When he came out, there was a lot of buzz around Oregon. Dante Moore today as well decides to come back to Oregon after they landed Dylan Raiola. So that picture really didn't become more clear than LSU's would have. And they were able to pull this off. So kudos to Kiffin, kudos to Charlie Weiss, Dane Stevens, the QB coach. I mean, this is kind of an all hands on deck approach, is what his dad said to Steve Wiltfong over the weekend. They were hanging with old staff members like Jeff Martin at the basketball game. They were hanging out with new staff members like Lane and guys I just mentioned, and really sold them on, hey, you're coming in to compete. I mean, we do know that Leavitt is coming off an injury. Whatever limitations he has in the spring will allow for these guys like Clark and Longstreet to get more reps in spring ball. And then, look, you're going to have a fall camp with 3 quarterbacks who all had offers. Don't get it confused. Landen Clark had offers from Michigan and other schools to go there from the FCS level, and ends up at LSU. You get a former 5-star in Longstreet, and you get a guy who, prior to his injury, Matt, remember the Leavitt run to the playoffs with Scatterbo? That team was picked to finish dead last in the Big 12. They won the Big 12 and got a bye and went to the playoffs. So now you've got all 3 of those guys in your quarterback room. And what is today? Wednesday? 4 days ago, they had 0 scholarship quarterbacks on roster. And now they've got, I don't know, arguably the best quarterback room in the country, at least far better than where they have been in recent years, in my opinion.
I mean, 72 hours ago, Shea. 72 hours ago, Sunday
Yeah.
at 3:20. Landen Clark didn't commit till Sunday night. It's unbelievable. The other big name everyone's asking about is Jordan Seaton. Shea, I haven't seen yet a credible report that he's coming on a visit. I just don't know. Have you heard anything about LSU's potential interest there in the big tackle from Colorado?
I think that I know from speaking to people that they've reached out, but at the same time, this is a guy who, as you said, it hasn't been reported that he's going to make a visit to LSU or anything like that. Seaton he was a big time player coming out of high school. It made a lot of waves when he landed at Colorado. So coming out now, it's even more so at this point when people are really desperate for a lineman. He is going to be the top name out there. And I lean on NACOs for national guys like this. And I've asked him a few times, and he said, look, it's Oregon and Texas. Those are the schools to watch. Florida could come into play. He had mentioned A&M not being a contender at this point, but did line up LSU with Miami, Texas Tech, some others who are obviously big spenders right now and still need a lineman. But I would put them behind Oregon and Texas, at least going off of everything that Nikos has heard, and he's kind of been tied into that recruitment back to when he landed at Colorado. So we'll monitor it. The other one would obviously be, and look, we know they need a lineman, but Sean Tompkins, who offensive tackle out of Baylor, committed to North Carolina, didn't sign, and now he's told on 3 he's going to visit on Thursday. I know you guys reported that as well, I believe. So what is it? Today's Wednesday. I don't know my portal days, but tomorrow we're in a Monday to Wednesday dead period here, which didn't feel dead at all.
Right.
It brought nothing but news. But yes, Tompkins again, committed in North Carolina, is 6'6", 300 plus pounds, coming out of Newton, which is a school that LSU signed kids out of in Georgia before and been heavily recruiting kids before. But now what do I know? Look, they just landed Longstreet. I thought that was a long shot.
Yeah.
So maybe Seaton does come into play, but I think that I'm looking at a guy like Sean Tompkins who has not signed yet, even though he did commit, as someone who you kind of really hone in on and say, all right, if they need experienced guys, he played in 10 games this past year. He logged nearly 500 snaps at that tackle spot. Like, that is real experience coming from a school like Baylor.
All right, Shea Dixon's with us. He's on Twitter at Shea Dixon, on 3 the Bengal Tiger. Any idea, Shea, what else? Because one thing is clear, they're not done. And I was told they still want to add a couple of more offensive linemen. We've mentioned a few here. Anything else that could be percolating out there?
I've heard linebacker. They've talked about adding more to the tight end room. I really do feel like O-line is one that you really had to address. And clearly, they've done that at quarterback already. And you look at the O-linemen they've added, and I don't know how they view each of these guys, right? Like whether what specific spot they are. They're all coming with kind of different levels of experience. So going after a guy like we just talked about out of Baylor in Tompkins is someone who has proven experience. And you're getting Weston Davis back. You're getting Braylon Moore back. So you've got pieces who you've started already. Like if we're in a world where Weston Davis is starting again, you need 3 more starters. And it feels like they can inch themselves closer to that here in the final days of the portal being open. Running back they've addressed. I mean, I can't count out receiver. They've added like 15 of them at this point. They're coming from every level. So it seems each time I look up, it's one of them. I found the interesting thing to be that they've gone high school recruiting at DB. And now Jackson Williams, who helped lead Shaw to back-to-back state title games, is going to make an official visit this weekend. Look, he's been committed to Tulane. He was once committed to Washington State. That sort of fell apart. Committed to Tulane with when they had those staff changes. And now he got an LSU offer this week. So kind of keeping an eye on what Jake Olson and Corey Raymond are doing there, because it's not the first guy that they've added now from the high school level, or at least will push to add. I expect that being a Louisiana kid, that now that he's got that offer, he would likely take the visit and land in the class. But we're keeping an eye on it. Again, I didn't expect many guys, like I completely forget about February signing day. So when guys are popping up and grabbing offers who are still in this 2026 class, it makes it intriguing. And they've already got a JUCO lineman, and they've added some FCS players, including a quarterback. So I guess you're hitting on every single level of this, even high school, when we thought high school would be done.
Yeah. The other one, Shea, you fill in the blanks here for me, but they got a commitment from Amari Peterson. Help me out here.
Yeah, this is one I did not have much, knowledge about going into things, because he wasn't a Louisiana or border state kid. He's out of Orlando, Florida, but a member of this 2026 class, plays corner right now, had been committed to West Virginia, backed off of that. And when he did, he decided he wasn't signing early. And like I said, this is a kid who's a 3-star. It wasn't like he was kind of drawing a lot of national attention when we were going through that early December window of that signing period. But you just glance at him, multi-sport athlete, track background, 6'2", 180. I mean, this is the type of guys Corey Raymond usually goes after. And now he pops for LSU, plans to enroll early. And I don't know if that means he signs in February or he kind of inks now. I don't know how that works. But adding an early enrollee where, like I said, track kid running 100, 200, 400. I'm looking at kind of an interview we did with him, Bryce did with him for the Bengal Tiger, where he says he's at 185 right now. So he'll be getting to campus around that size. And he said, look, Coach Raymond has sort of been in touch with me from the moment they offered. And now that we're living in this world, which we've got to remember, 105 scholarships, you don't have to fill them all, but you're not limited to 85 anymore. So you can make moves like this to give yourself depth at positions you might feel good about, right? Like we know they've got returners at corner they feel good about. We know that they've got returners at safety they feel good about. And you lose Halsey and you landed a top 10 guy out of the portal in Benefield coming out of Boise State, who they're really high on. So it's been interesting that DB has been the one where they've sort of built that depth back up as guys hit the portal with late high school additions, instead of going the portal route where a lot of guys are kind of looking for, hey, I want to start, or I need to be guaranteed to play, or here's what my number is. These guys here just like, wait, Corey Raymond's calling me and is offering, like, I'm all right, where do I sign up? Let me know when to show up to campus. So as I said, coming out of Orlando, Amari Peterson is in, and then they'll host another this weekend at safety, and we'll see kind of where it goes from there. But boy, the blend of everything makes this it makes it tough for me to track. I can only imagine fans right now who are like, how do I learn who's going to be on the team next year, let alone even starting? You know what I mean?
We're all going to be doing our best to keep up with it, but it's fascinating. And it is worth mentioning, the portal closes Friday, but guys don't have to be declared or signed anywhere by Friday if they're going to leave this to be in the portal. And Shane, we're already seeing people like today put their name in. feels like that market is like where there's a need, you're seeing this bump. And some guys may be looking around going, there's money to be made late in this portal cycle. So I don't even know that it's totally done as far as the total pool of players that are going to be in there. So I'd imagine the next 24 hours will probably be topsy-turvy as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look, Matt, it's what, a few more days here. Nick Anderson at LSU goes in today.
Point.
That was one like we weren't even talking about, and now this influx of receivers, he goes in. So we're still watching this both ways, man, both leaving and who they get.
He's Shea Dixon on 3, the Bengal Tiger. Get him at Shea Dixon. Follow him there. Thanks, Shea. Appreciate it, man.
All right, Matt, we'll talk soon.
All right, be well. So, yeah, as Shea mentioned, Nick Anderson did enter the portal today. That's so interesting because for over at LouisianaSports.net, we had that story written. I had Hunt go back and check it on New Year's Day. 2 weeks ago, it was anticipated that Anderson was going to go in the portal. So that was one of the ones we had pre-written that he was leaving. But he hung around, and that now at the end of the portal cycle, he's gone in. LSU also announced Grant Chadwick is coming back. What I'd heard about Chadwick is his agent was shopping him. He had a massive number, clearly didn't get it, so he's coming back. So we have a competition there at punter here in the spring and throughout fall camp as well. All right, it's After Further Review. We're brought to you by Rouse's, the official supermarket of the New Orleans Saints. Rouse's.com, Rouse's.com. Earlier this week, they had the grand opening of Rouse's in Central and in Destrehan coming up on this coming Tuesday. So in 6 days, grand opening for Covington and Gramercy. So I think I'm going to be out there actually Tuesday morning in Gramercy. So shout out to our folks listening down in Gramercy. I'll be at that Rouse's for the grand opening. I believe 9 o'clock is the ribbon cutting, so hope to see y'all there. But the bottom line is 76 stores now. Lake Charles to Orange Beach, points in between. Nobody does it better than Rouse's. Family owned and operated. Got to see Donnie over there, Donnie Rouse, at the grand opening in Central on Monday. It was great to see him. Great family owned and operated business. And of course, y'all, they got king cake. So remember, a great time of year. If you got a family member, a relative, a client, maybe a friend that lives outside of the state, you want to give them a little taste of Carnival, Rouse's can ship that king cake anywhere in the continental U.S. So go to Rouse's.com, Rouse's.com, Rouse's.com. Rouse's, this feels like home. All right, y'all, it is After Further Review. We'll go around the SEC when we come back. Taylor Calandra will be here for a little Bourbon Dictionary, talk a little booze. Got some Saints stuff I want to delve into, and we are going to continue following all of the portal comings and goings here as this continues to develop. So stay with us here. It's AFR.
After Further Review.
Hey, if you're a business owner and here in 2026, you're looking to make yourself the most productive, most profitable you can be, go to Glow Resources. Let that be your New Year's resolution, to call Glow Resources. You've heard me talk about Glow Resources for years, Jareth Knockan, his great staff, and the thousands of businesses that they have helped is so impressive. And when I say it this way, it kind of puts into perspective. At Glow Resources, like, they're going to help you find permanent solutions. They're not a temp staffing agency. You're looking to fill a position, hard to fill position permanently, they help. And they guarantee their results. They have a 96% success rate in the very, very unlikely situation that the employee they find for your business, if it doesn't work out, they'll give you a prorated refund or they'll find you a new employee for free. What do you have to lose? Maximize productivity. Let Glow Resources help. GLO, glowresources.com.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
Trust isn't given, it's earned. On the field, I trust my team. For my healthcare, I trust the lake.
Our Lady of the Lake sports medicine experts know what it takes to improve performance and build champions at every level. That's why LSU chose Our Lady of the Lake as its championship health partner, trusting Louisiana's best medical team to care for our state's best athletes. From championship athletes to everyday champions, trusted care starts here.
I trust the lake.
I'm Lawyer Locke Meredith. If you're battling an insurance company because of a wreck not your fault and they're not calling you back or being fair, whether you hire us at all, give us a call, 272-5555, or email Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates. You have nothing to lose.
Hello, I'm Collins Meredith,
If you've been injured on the job, you likely have a workers' compensation claim, but you may also have a tort claim, which opens up significant recovery rights not normally available for a work injury. If this is you, call us or come see us at Light Mayor Sean Fagan and Associates.
Sometimes you ignore the signs, even when they're right in front of you. Problem gambling isn't always easy to spot. Know the signs. Set your limit. Learn more about healthy gambling habits by visiting us online or text or call for free confidential help now.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. Propane water heaters are very cost efficient, and the savings are even greater with a tankless propane water heater. We all know that Louisiana propane is a safe and environmentally friendly fuel. So why not go green while you save some green? I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and for more information, visit louisianapropane.com.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
Investing in a new roof doesn't have to be overwhelming. At Pelican Roofing, we
After further review, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
I'm glad you're hanging out with us here. A couple of honors as we inch closer to baseball season. The first pitch banquet, as a matter of fact, is tomorrow for LSU baseball. A lot of people are asking about it. And Perfect Game has put out their top 100s, right? So the top 100 college freshmen, the top 100 college sophomores. So there were 6 freshmen that earned a spot on the Perfect Game top 100 list. Jack Ruckert, a freshman infielder from Calicut. He was number 14 in the country among those top 100. Mason Braun was number 20. Omar Cerna was number 28. Marcos Paz, number 33, is right-handed pitcher. And then Reagan Rickett, number 46. And then William Patrick, the outfielder, number 77. So a handful, actually 6 freshmen there on the Perfect Game top 100. And then there's actually a handful of sophomores as well, which I don't think that should come as any surprise. Certainly, I don't think it'll come as any surprise whatsoever that you've got, forgive me here. There it is. Sorry. That you've got a handful of sophomores led by Derek Curiel, who's number 1. He's the number 1 returning sophomore. William Schmidt, number 12. Kason Evans, number 14. Cooper Williams, number 45. And then Cade Arambidi, number 54. So 5 of the top 54, including the number 1 overall prospect, 3 in the top 15. So, look, a lot of people have said it and will say it. This is going to be Jay Johnson's deepest, most talented team that he's had here. 2023, you obviously had the high-level talent with Skeens and Cruz and Tommy White. A year ago, that is just one of the more remarkable coaching jobs you'll ever see. Now, you had great front-line pitching with Cade Anderson ultimately becoming what he became, leading the country in strikeouts and being the 3rd overall pick and all that stuff. But it took a long time to get that pitching staff around into form, and you got hot at the right time. So that's one that I don't think you're going to look back and see a roster that's flooded with future big leaguers. This team is one that you should be really excited about, because the expectation is always going to be you got to be in Omaha if you're LSU. It's just always going to be the expectation. This one, it's completely legitimate with the depth and the talent that Jay's got on this roster. So Going to be a fun one, man. Baseball season's right around the bend. All right, it is After Further Review. We're brought to you by South Point Volkswagen, southpointvw.com. New and certified pre-owned in Baton Rouge and online at southpointvw.com. Southpointvw.com. Hey, I always encourage you to make sure you check out the entire inventory. I tell you every day, if it's on the lot, it's online. You can work out your financing. You can do everything right there at the website. Go to the website. If you hit the used tab right there, you could search the inventory. And it's every vehicle that's there that's on the lot. You'll see it online. It's all makes and models, not just Volkswagens. Like there's a 2020 Subaru Outback, a 23 Volkswagen Atlas Cross Sport. So you do have Volkswagens in the mix as well, but you got all different makes and models. Check them out at southpointvw.com, southpointvw.com. It's South Point Volkswagen. What's your direction? Okay, do it every day about this time. Let's go around the SEC.
Around the SEC, bringing you the biggest news from the nation's best conference, the Ole Miss Rebels.
Walker Howard is headed back to Ole Miss after 1 year in Lafayette. He signed a contract to return to the Rebels out of the transfer portal. Pete Nakos had it first. He has 1 season of eligibility remaining, so fourth-year junior. Spent this year with the Raging Cajuns where he was injured. Now he'll go back to Oxford.
The Texas Longhorns.
Ryan Wingo has announced a return to Texas for 2026. St. Louis native, the best players on that offense this year. 54 catches for 834 yards and 7 touchdowns. They were the 44th best passing attack in the nation. Trying to build on that. Wingo back will help.
The South Carolina Gamecocks.
This was big for Shane Beamer. Josiah Thompson is withdrawn from the transfer portal. That's our starting left tackle. So he's a native of South Carolina, had interest from a lot of schools. Georgia and Miami hosted him on visits, but ultimately decided to stay at South Carolina, where he started all 24 games in which he has appeared since earning freshman All-America honors in 2024.
The Kentucky Wildcats.
Kentucky's adding former Louisville receiver Brock Hoffman. He's a 3-star in the class of 2025. He's number 18 prospect in the state. Led Kentucky in touchdown receptions with 24 as a senior in high school, so he'll move from Louisville to Lexington.
The Missouri Tigers.
Mizzou's lost another experienced defensive back in the transfer portal. Mosi Phillips III will transfer. Spent 2 seasons at Virginia Tech before playing at Missouri this year. Played 8 games for the Tigers. 6 foot, 200-pounder. He's out of Nashville. He's got a couple years of eligibility remaining.
The Arkansas Razorbacks.
And for a 4-star quarterback, Hank Hendricks, reclassifying and is committed to Arkansas for 2026. So he's a 4-star prospect, number 117 in the country, 6'3", 165. So he'll now join Arkansas in May after reclassifying. All right, there you have it. That is Around the SEC. Hump Day shows are brought to you by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Always a lot of things I want to remind you about, of course, at Goodwood. It's not just Goodwood. It's on Drusilla in Baton Rouge, but it's 3 businesses in one. And by the way, their online business is massive. So even if you're not in Baton Rouge, they can help. Goodwood is the men's clinic. Unique Physique or the GLP-1s, right? Semaglutide, tirzepatide, the weight loss, the peptide shots. And then Unique Aesthetics and Wellness, which, of course, is the aesthetics clinic. Laser, hair removal, laser therapy, body contouring, all that stuff. But they also have hormone replacement therapy for women at Unique Aesthetics and Wellness also. So men, women, you want to look and feel your best. Goodwood can help you do it. YourGoodwood.com, YourGoodwood.com, YourGoodwood.com. All right, it is After Further Review. We're glad to have you hanging out with us here on this Hump Day edition of AFR. Let me knock out a quick break. We'll come back. Taylor Calandra will be here for a little Bourbon Dictionary on AFR.
After Further Review.
I'm going to take 60 seconds to remind you about River City's 1-hour air, where they're always on time, where you don't pay a dime. 752-0001, 752-0001, 752-0001. Y'all, I always encourage you to do it, and I practice what I preach, but make sure that you call River City's 1-hour air to come out and take a look at your heater. If you didn't do it, if you haven't done it yet this season, then you need to. If you can't remember the last time you had your heater checked and tuned up and cleaned, it's beyond due. You should do this every single year. This is the standard seasonal maintenance. The same way you should get your oil changed to maintain the life and the performance and the longevity of your engine. Same thing with this machine that's keeping your home warm. And most importantly, y'all, make sure you keep your home and your family safe from hazards. It's River City's 1 Hour Air. Call them now, 752-0001.
Dr. Johnson, that's my guy. He gonna tell me when I need to do better. He gonna tell me when I need to slow down. And I trust him 100%. The medical care that I receive at LSU and with Our Lady of the Lake is top tier. I really trust what they telling me, and they keep me right.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. Propane water heaters are very cost efficient. And the savings are even greater with a tankless propane water heater. We all know that Louisiana propane is a safe and environmentally friendly fuel. So why not go green while you save some green? I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and for more information, visit louisianapropane.com.
Men, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
Hi, I'm Mitchell Meredith with Locke Meredith, Shaw & Fagan & Associates. We take great pride in educating our clients about their rights. Whether you're injured at work or while you drive, call our office at 272-5555. Knowledge is power, and you should know your rights after an injury.
Hi, I'm Sean Fagan of Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan & Associates. When insurance companies have been unfair, we've never been afraid to go to trial. Fighting hard to protect your rights, we never settle a case out of convenience. We only settle when it's right for you. Whether you hire us at all, give us a call.
Most roofers just replace your shingles. At Pelican, we diagnose your roof, digging deep down to find the root cause of your roof symptoms. Now cough for me? Good. We don't ignore your roof's issues, we address them. Let's just take care of this right here, helping your roof to become the best version of itself. Interesting that you would say that. How does that make you feel? So call Pelican Roofing for your free roof checkup today.
After further review, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com. They're the gang with the slang.
Keep it 100.
I don't know what you're talking about.
This is Bourbon Dictionary with Matt Moscona and Taylor Calandro.
I don't understand.
All right, we are wrapping up hour number 1. Glad to have you hanging out with us here. Taylor jumps aboard. How are you, dude?
I'm well, Matt. How are you?
I'm going to go home and have a celebratory glass of brown water tonight. I mean,
you gonna go watch the basketball team and celebrate?
No. Husan Longstreet signed with LSU today. I'm going to celebrate that. And baseball season's almost here.
I was being absolutely facetious.
I know you were. I was just being awkward.
Oh God, it's a travesty. Whatever.
I know. All right, what's new? Please tell me we're starting to get some good stuff in.
Well, we got something interesting in. It's Willett. It's a new release from Willett, and I think it's going to be an everyday deal. But it's a small batch bourbon, and it's Willett Purple Top.
Okay.
It's only $60. It's a 4-year. I think it's like 125, 26 proof. I can't remember the exact proof, but it was right around 125. I haven't tried it. It's interesting. It's very young, obviously. 4 years is young. And the purple top with Willett is like this very mystical thing. It's always the single barrels and the older bourbon. So this is a new thing they're doing. I'm not really sure if it's always going to be the same proof. I thought it was going to be 100 proof. I heard about it like a year ago, and I thought it was going to be 100 proof, but it's 126 proof, so it's like cash strength. I'm just a little confused, and I don't really know much about it, and I haven't got to try it yet. It is young. It's a 4-year, but it's cool. It's a Willet Purple Top. You could have one on your bar for $60.
Yeah, the Willet Purple Tops tend to be a unicorn bottle that people hunt in raffles and things like that. So, do you think it'll maybe neuter the interest a little bit, having something that available?
It's I don't know. It's weird. This whole bourbon thing is weird now. I'm trying to figure out what these distilleries are doing. I had an interesting conversation with somebody from Jim Beam in the past week, and Jim Beam's closing like some manufacturing and stuff. And they're not the only big producers that are doing that. Jim Beam has gotten hammered with the tariffs. Like, there's a big percent. I mean, big. I say it's probably 10, 15% of their business that goes to Canada. Well, that business is like non-existent now.
Okay.
So silver linings. Maybe the U.S. market's going to start getting more harder to get stuff. I'm just kind of thinking out loud right now, but yeah, it's a weird time right now, and this Willet thing's just kind of throwing me for a loop too. So,
all right,
it's just kind of a weird time.
Well, let's get to some questions. Of course, you can email us, tweet us, or text 225-396-4400, 396-4400, 396-4400. Nathan said, "Hey Taylor, assuming open bar, what's your go-to wedding drink?"
Assuming an open bar, man. I don't know when the last time I've been to a wedding that didn't have an open bar.
Right.
Well, whatever. Like, if you're talking about a full open bar, I'm just going for a vodka tonic. Generally, I'm very basic at a wedding.
Yeah, I'm going with whatever the best whiskey is neat. I don't need mixers.
Yeah, but generally at weddings, you're just not going to get very good whiskey.
Well, no, but a lot of times, but I can have blackjack on the rocks, or a Maker's on the rocks. Even Jim Beam Black on the rocks. Like, I could do that. It's generally where I'm going to go. If not, then I'll drink a beer.
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Sean said, "Ask Taylor, best old fashioned mix." Said, "I like 79.2 small batch. What do you recommend?"
Like, I'm assuming just like a pre-made. I really like the Handy and Schiller. That actually has alcohol in it. It's got Buffalo Trace in it. It's a Sazerac product.
No, I think his question is he's asking what whiskey do you use. He uses 1792 small batch. I think that's what he said. Mix, but I think he's saying what whiskey do you use?
Me and you talk about this all the time. I favor rye in old fashions. I like the spice that you get from most rye. Willet rye is a great rye to throw in if you want to make a really good old fashioned.
Yeah, the drink was meant to be made with rye whiskey. So, yeah, use rye whiskey. Jason asked Taylor, "Have you tried the Jack Daniel's single barrel, heritage barrel, toasted barrel?" That's a lot of barrels.
No, I have not.
Jack Daniel's single barrel heritage barrel, toasted barrel. That's a lot of barrels.
That is a lot of barrels. No, I haven't got a chance to taste that yet. No.
I'm pretty sure it doesn't say that many barrels on the bottle.
That's a safe assumption, Matt.
Yeah, I know. I didn't say barrel that many times.
You're on top of it today.
I know. Well, I'll tell you what, because I'm scrolling through the show text line to look for questions, and I'm also realizing the amount of people that texted me because the new quarter, I'm really struggling with this. The quarterback that LSU signed today, Husan Longstreet, like, I know the man's name is Longstreet, but when I was in college, I lived on a street named Longwood in Baton Rouge, which is not far from where Calandros is on Government. So it programmed in the recesses of my brain when I'm thinking about a street named Longstreet, Longwood. So I keep saying Longwood. And
is it Longstreet or Longstreet?
No, it's Husan Longstreet is the kid's name. And I keep saying, I'm interchanging Longstreet and Longwood, almost like within the same sentence, interchangeably. And so I don't even realize I'm doing it. And then I'm looking at the text line. There's a million people like, bro, you are struggling with this one. I'm like, yeah. And I even have it like on my notes written down. At the top of the page, I have Longstreet, and right here I have Longwood. I have it written. I have it written two different ways on my prep sheet as well, by the way.
Sounds like you got chicken cock on the brain.
And by the way, I was also talking about Bryce Underwood. So
I heard you talking about that guy earlier.
So like
that's a lot of Underwoods and Longwood.
Underwood, Longwood, Longstreet. Yes. So the wires are crossed in my brain. I'll figure it out eventually. But this is like when Kyle Parker and who's the kid that went to Florida State? Remember, like I could never get
Jalen Brown.
I could never get these two guys' names correct. Like their freshman year in fall camp, I just could not get it correct when they were in fall camp. That's the wires are crossed in my brain. Anyway, all right, we got to go. Thanks, dude.
All right, man. I'll see you, man.
All right, that's Taylor Calandro from Calandro's. It's after further review. Let me knock out a quick break. We'll come back. We'll kick off hour number 2. Tyler Shough is a finalist for Rookie of the Year. We'll knock that around. And a rookie at LSU gets an honor. We'll do that when we come back. AFR.
AFR.
Hey, if you haven't done it yet, make sure you get to First South Farm Credit's website. It's firstsouthland.com. firstsouthland.com. Again, firstsouthland.com. Over at First South Farm Credit, they have right now, it's a free resource called the Ultimate Recreational Land Buying Guide. It's a totally free resource that they have up at their website right now, the Ultimate Recreational Land Buying Guide. If you were even thinking about buying land, this is a great free resource for you to use to start that process. Of course, you can always talk to the great lenders over at First South Farm Credit because since 1916, for more than 100 years, they've done one thing. Help Louisianians buy land. What's the one thing you do for more than 100 years? You're going to perfect it. So if you're thinking of buying land, your first call needs to be to First South Farm Credit. Log on to firstsouthland.com.
South Louisiana, it's turnaround season, and River Parish Contractors is calling in the best of the best. We're hiring pipe fitters, iron workers, boiler makers, combo and structural welders, rig welders, carpenters, crane operators, dirt operators, and more. If you're ready to work, ready to earn, and ready to build something that lasts, call Big Jake at 318-547-1000 or go to rpcontractors.com. River Parish Contractors. Let's get building.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Sometimes you ignore the signs, even when they're right in front of you. Problem gambling isn't always easy to spot. Know the signs, set your limit. Learn more about healthy gambling habits by visiting us online or text or call for free, confidential help now.
Jordan Faber here with some exciting news. Faber Automotive has officially arrived. We're proud to introduce your new hometown dealership, Faber Chevrolet GMC. That means more inventory, better deals, and the same great local team. Now backed by the trusted Faber family name. Whether you're shopping or servicing, you'll feel the difference from day one. Allow us the opportunity to earn your business.
Fabry Chevrolet GMC. Visit us in St. Francisville or online at FabryChevrolet.com.
Lock Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates has won for our clients over $175 million over the decades. But our greatest success is our clients who have chosen and trusted us to help them. Whether you hire us at all, give us a call. You've got nothing to lose.
Hi, I'm Sean Fagan. If you get injured, you could be staring at medical bills, repair costs, and lost income. Life can be turned upside down. At Lock Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates, we'll work to turn your world right side up. Hire us, and like thousands of our clients, you'll be glad you did.
When it comes to choosing energy for your family and your home, make the smart choice with natural gas. You can count on efficient and affordable natural gas to keep you comfortable and reduce your environmental impact to help protect our planet. Together, we're fueling our energy future. Atmos Energy.
This is SportsCenter.
I'm Christine Lisi. Oregon quarterback Dante Moore announced he'll return to the Ducks for the 2026 college football season. His return makes Oregon one of the favorites for the national title next year. Good call by Moore. According to ESPN NFL front office insider Mike Tannenbaum.
He only started 20 games at Oregon, and a lot was going to be about if he came out, the experience. I give him a ton of credit. Good for him. And now you think about Donovan Riola coming over from Nebraska. Yeah. He sits for a year. Mm-hmm. If you're Oregon, this really sets up well, not only for this year, but the year after. But I give Dante Moore a ton of credit in terms of long-term thinking.
Moore will project near the top of a loaded QB class for the 2027 NFL Draft. ESPN's reporting former Ravens coach John Harbaugh is still in New Jersey interviewing with the Giants for their head coaching vacancy. The Giants, Titans, and Falcons have all emerged as frontrunners recently. For Harbaugh, the latest on this story coming up next on Freddie and Harry. New Wizard star Trae Young, still recovering from MCL and quad injuries on his right leg, will be out through the NBA All-Star break, reports ESPN's Shams Charania, the team being cautious with the 27-year-old.
Hey, it's Michelle Smallman coming up Thursday. From Cam Ward to Jackson Dart, I'll tell you which second-year quarterback is primed for success next year with a new head coach. It's on SportsCenter, like 6 a.m. Eastern, right here on ESPN Radio, ESPN2, and ESPNU.
Matt Moscona.
I'm very important.
After further review.
Say it one more time.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
And here we go.
Live from the Raising Cane studio.
That's right.
Hour 2. Off we go. Welcome aboard. Glad you're with us. AFR presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. I'm Matt.
You're a loser, Matt.
Shut up, kid. Paul O'Neill.
They're chanting Paul O'Neill's name.
You so. And Mr. Toby Tomplay. All right, we're here. Glad you are as well. Get out there and make it a good one. I'll to Brandon Taylor here in about 15 minutes from right now. Brandon Taylor had a Lisfranc injury while he was at LSU. So I want to talk to him about it. What the injury was like, the recovery was like, in what way did it limit him, affect him, how was he able to come back? So we'll do all that with Brandon Taylor here in about 13 minutes from right now. Hat tip to Tyler Shough, who has been named one of the finalists for the Pepsi Zero Sugar NFL Rookie of the Year. This is the fan vote. So the NFL honors finalists for the Offensive Rookie of the Year and the Defensive Rookie of the Year still to be named, and we're assuming that Tyler Shough will be one of the finalists for Offensive Rookie of the Year, and it's very likely going to be a two-horse race. But just to kind of give you some perspective on the company he's likely going to keep. The 6 players here is 5 offensive and 1 defense. So there's Tyler Shough, Jackson Dart, Travion Henderson, Ashton Genty, Tedero McMillan, and then Carson Schwessinger, the linebacker from the Browns, is the 1 defensive player. I obviously am going to be unapologetically homerific here with respect to Tyler Shough. But I also think that these awards tend to be so quarterback-centric and driven that if you find the quarterback who was the best player this year, it would be Tyler Shough among the rookies, right? Just when you compare Dart and Shough. So Jackson Dart started 12 games. Tyler Shough started 9. So Dart had 3 more starts than did Tyler Shough. Shough went 5-4. Dart went 4-8. So Shough had a winning record. One with 3 fewer starts, had more wins than did Jackson Dart. Also threw for 112 more yards. So Shough, in 3 fewer starts, had 5 wins to Dart's 4 and threw for more yards. Dart did throw for more touchdowns. Dart had 15 touchdowns to 10 for Tyler Shough. But I think it's pretty clear if you're weighing the two out there, Shough was the better of the two. Ashton Jeanty is proof positive why you never draft a running back in the top 10. He averaged less than 4 yards a carry, and they were the worst team in the NFL. Travion Henderson averaged 5.1 yards per carry. He actually had a better season than Ashton Jeanty did. Tetairoa McMillan, this is the one that Tetairoa McMillan is probably going to win NFL Rookie of the Year, and it's hard for me to not be okay with that. He had 70 catches for 1,014 yards and 7 touchdowns. It's a really good season, man. For a rookie to have 70 catches and 1,000 yards, I keep thinking back to the incredible year Justin Jefferson had a few years ago when he should have won NFL MVP, and we kept yelling, like, give him the award, you cowards. But they won't, because they're only going to vote for quarterbacks for MVP. And so receiver has kind of become the offensive MVP award. These things tend to go to quarterbacks. If that's the case, I really hope that it's Tyler Shough, but it very likely is going to be Tet McMillan from Carolina. He was a 1,000-yard receiver as a rookie. The Panthers made the playoffs, and Shough started only 9 games. So, half the season he wasn't the starter. So, maybe if Shough had been the starter the entire season, he might have run away with these awards, and maybe it's just a different reality for the Saints. Who knows? But anyway, Tyler Shough is a finalist there for the Rookie of the Year. That's the fan vote. When we get the finalists for the Offensive and Defensive Rookie of the Year that will be awarded at the NFL Honors during Super Bowl week, we'll certainly talk about it. And we expect that Tyler Shough will be a finalist, and he'll be at the NFL Honors out in the Bay Area that Thursday before the Super Bowl. All right, it's After Further Review. We're brought to you by Relief Windows, reliefwindows.com. By the way, an LSU rookie just got a huge honor as well. We'll talk about it in just 60 seconds. But I want to remind you about Relief Windows and reliefwindows.com. Windows, doors, siding. Oh, yeah, they do shutters too over at Relief Windows and reliefwindows.com. Energy-efficient replacement windows, beautiful entry doors, hardy plank, vinyl siding. They do it all. What I say to you every day is if you're going to get quotes because you're looking for the best price, or I should say the cheapest price, that's never going to be Relief Windows. So if you're just saying, let me go get 3, 4, 5 quotes and call all these different window companies to see who's going to give me the cheapest price, that is never going to be Relief Windows. You will always be able to find someone who will sell you windows cheaper than Relief Windows. Because the bottom line is to offer the quality of product they do, the level of service they do, the lifetime transferable warranty, the actual service department for after the sale. That's just never going to be the cheapest window. But remember what your mama told you. You get what you pay for. And at Relief Windows, they'll measure twice, install once, custom windows made to the exact specification of your home. It'll beautify the exterior and interior of your home, lower your energy bills, increase your home's resale value, and yes, a true lifetime transferable warranty on labor, material, and glass breakage. It's Relief Windows. That's why the only call you should make is to Relief Windows. 288-8138 or reliefwindows.com. Congrats to DJ Pickett. We got this release earlier today. The Football Writers Association of America has named DJ Pickett to the Freshman All-America team. 25th anniversary of the Freshman All-America team by the FWAA. So the first Football Writers Association of America Freshman All-America team was back in 2001. LSU's had 16 players, including 6 defensive backs, named Freshman All-America. Actually, Andrew Whitworth was on the first ever FWAA Freshman All-America team back in 2001. A year later, Justin Vincent and LaRon Landry, Saron Black, Tyrann Mathieu, Brad Wing, Leonard Fournette in 2014, Will Clapp, Greedy Williams, Derek Stingley, Kayshon Boutte. This is a pretty distinguished list here. Eli Ricks, Mason Smith, Will Campbell, and Harold Perkins. That's your list of Freshman All-Americans. And now, of course, you can add to that list DJ Pickett here in 2025. So congrats to DJ Pickett, man. He came in with all the fanfare as 5-star number 1 cornerback in the country, played in all 13 games, started 3 times, 37 tackles, 2 sacks, team high. Actually, the 2 sacks tied for a team high, which kind of does speak to some of the issues that they had. 3 interceptions. Actually should have been 4 because he had the pick 6 against Ole Miss that got called back for OPI. But in any event, a phenomenal freshman campaign for DJ Pickett. And he was one of the guys that LSU prioritized in returning. Remember, there were 5 guys they prioritized. It was Whit Weeks and Braylon Moore, Tradez Green, Harlem Berry, and DJ Pickett. And then the 6th, I would tell you, was P.J. Woodland. And they got all of them back. So when you look at the way that LSU has built this roster, they prioritized those 6 guys. They got everyone back that they prioritized. You now have the number 1 transfer portal class in the country. Man, you're secondary with Pickett, Woodland, Deshaun Spears coming back, Tamarcus Cooley, who you added a year ago, and now you add Ty Benefield from Boise State. Pretty salty group they should have back there, and we'll see what number 3 can do in his sophomore campaign coming off a freshman All-America year. So congrats to DJ Pickett on the freshman All-America honors. All right, it is after further review. A guy who knows what it's like to play in a pretty incredible backfield, defensive backfield, is Brandon Taylor. Brandon Taylor also knows what it's like to have a Lisfranc injury. So we'll have BT with us here when we come back from the break. And I want to talk about that injury and what it's like and coming back from it, because that's what Sam Leavitt's going to have to do here in this offseason as he gets ready to lead LSU in 2026. So stay with us here. It's AFR, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness.
AFR.
We are brought to you by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com, yourgoodwood.com. Hey, look, remember when we talk about hormone replacement therapy, this is something that can help you look and feel like your younger self. You want that vitality, the energy did when you were younger? Waking energy, clear the brain fog, actually have motivation when you get off of work to go to the gym. When you get to the gym, you build muscle and burn fat. You got to have healthy hormone levels. Goodwood can safely, affordably supplement you to get you to healthy levels. Now, if you're already on HRT, I want you to switch to Goodwood for a lot of reasons. Number 1, lowest prices, never any contracts. There's some clinics that charge a membership fee, which is pure absurdity. If you're paying a membership fee at your men's clinic, leave right now and go to Goodwood. Or better yet, go to yourgoodwood.com, yourgoodwood.com. And when you do your blood work every 6 months, they pick up the cost for that. They don't pass it on to you. yourgoodwood.com.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Transform your living space with Lacoste & Young Remodeling and take your home from outdated to outstanding. Redefine your kitchen for the ultimate culinary experience, or elevate your daily routine with a spa-worthy bathroom retreat. Our skilled team brings 3D modeling to life to ensure your vision becomes a reality. We believe luxury should be accessible and offer tailored solutions to fit your budget without compromising quality. So contact us today for a free estimate. Lacoste & Young Remodeling, providing perfect solutions for your dream home.
Sometimes you ignore the signs, even when they're right in front of you. Problem gambling isn't always easy to spot. Know the signs, set your limit. Learn more about healthy gambling habits by visiting us online or text or call for free, confidential help now.
This new year, Hood Dental wants you smiling bigger and healthier than ever. New patients can get a healthy gums cleaning for just $89, plus a free exam and full mouth x-rays, a $376 value. With over 3,000 5-star Google reviews, 5 local locations, and easy online scheduling with same-day care, Hood Dental makes it simple to get started. And for January only, save 15% up to $150 on restorative treatment. Schedule today at hooddentalcare.com.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, Our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Auctioneer Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile bank.
After further review, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
One of the big offseason questions for LSU is going to be Sam Leavitt's Lisfranc injury. That's one that many assume is going to keep him out of spring. I was told over the weekend, optimistically, hopeful maybe he can do some throwing, maybe like some 7-on-7 type stuff. So we'll see. A guy who knows what it's like to go through that injury and overcome it is Brandon Taylor, former LSU All-SEC safety. You hear him on the LSU Sports Radio Network, and BT's good enough to hang out with us for a few minutes here, talk about it. Yo, man, thanks for the time. How are you?
What's going on, Matt?
Man, I'm just in this whirlwind like everybody else, trying to figure out what the roster is going to look like and moving on through it. So, all right, you had the Lisfranc injury. You had it in 2010 near the end of the season. Is that right?
Yeah, I tore my Lisfranc November 5th, playing against Alabama.
So that was the game in Tiger Stadium that you guys won.
Yeah.
It was a 28-24 game, if I'm not mistaken, or 24-21 or something like that. But what does that injury feel like, BT?
Oh, man, it feels like So actually, I was in coverage, and I went back out backpedaling, and I planted, and my cleat, the bottom of my cleat actually snapped in half. So it just feel like your foot is just broke. It's just a lot of swelling and irritation, and you really don't know what's going on. It's not much as feeling like a bone broke, but once that ligament tears, it's pure pain.
Yeah. So it can be a bone break and ligament damage. So did you have the bone break too, or was I said just the ligament damage, or was it both?
No, I just had the ligament damage. So all I had to do was get 2 screws put in the inside of my foot, and had to leave those screws in there for 6 months, and I ended up getting them taken out because I didn't want anything left in my body.
Yeah. So, by the way, that's common with the Lisfranc, as I understand, is that you have the screws inserted. So I'm assuming the surgery that Sam Leavitt had would be the same thing, where he would have had the screws inserted in his foot. I'm speculating there, but that's pretty BT, right? I mean, that's pretty common there with this injury.
Yeah. It's mainly they put 2 screws in there just to tighten those 2 bones up, because when that ligament tears, it's like your big toe, the bone, your big toe bone and the second toe, it spreads apart. So you just put in those 2 screws in the side of your foot to tighten it back up. That way that ligament can heal.
So what was the recovery like?
The recovery was, he's going to be in the best shape of his life. Put it like this. He'll never look like and feel like the way he's going to feel after he come out of this rehab, because I was running on a treadmill underwater for like 5 to 6 months.
Mm.
And when I got done with that rehab, I looked like a freaking action figure.
You still do look like an action figure. What you talking? You still doing the Lisfranc recovery? Huh, Popeye?
I think that's what got me. That's what that injury, the rehab from that injury, got me to the potential that I needed to be going into that 2011 season, because I was in the best shape of my life, mentally and physically.
Interesting. So obviously you did the underwater treadmill because you didn't want to put any pressure on the foot, but you had to move, right? I mean, so that's.
Oh yeah. And you running against resistance because it's blowing water at you as well. So you running and doing that for like 15, 20 minutes a day after your rehab workouts. Like you have no choice but to be the top tier athlete coming out of the injury.
What else was recovery and rehab like?
It was a lot of mental. Like, I got to sit down and watch the game be played from the sideline as a safety. Like watching young Eric Reed, young Craig Lawson, young Tyron Matthews, watching those guys in the Cotton Bowl and all that stuff go off, and it's like, okay, now I'm getting to see the game from a different angle instead of learning from my mistakes that I made in the game. I'm getting to watch players in action, and I'm getting to watch the film. It's a whole nother level of mental cheat code. Like, I was 2 steps ahead of the game when I came back from that injury, and it showed that entire next season.
Brandon Taylor's with us. One of the things that I was told, Brandon, is, that because of exactly what you said, the likelihood is that Sam Leavitt's going to miss spring. He's going to do a lot of time and mental reps, like in that VR room. You think that can replace spring practice?
To be honest, I think that he's going to practice in spring ball. Like, as far as, like, doing 7-on-7, 1-on-1, throwing 1-on-1s, like, nothing is wrong with his arm. He can throw the ball. That's what he needs, actually. Like I said earlier with Hunt, I would have him in certain drills where it's like the quarterback, you cannot run or anything. Like, you got to stay in the pocket, make a decision, make a good pass, throw it out of bounds, or do a check down. Like, that's your only option. And I think that's going to make him a better quarterback all around because we know he can run. We know he got legs. Like, we know he got speed. Like, what can you do in that pocket? Like, that's what we need you to be best at because we know everything else that we're getting in the package.
So would it be, because I've been told that they expect him maybe to throw a little bit, perhaps, hopefully, optimistically, maybe do some 7-on-7 stuff like you just alluded to there. But, like, as far as, like, you didn't play quarterback, but, like, you did backpedal, right? So maybe the same thing as, like, a 3, 5, 7-step drop, then plant and step and throw. Would the Lisfranc injury affect the ability to throw like that? Like, take your drops and your steps and plant and push and throw?
Well, where he's at in this point, when spring ball comes around, where he's going to be at in that part of his rehab, he's going to be in the part of working on lateral movements and everything like that because the first thing you do is, like, start running full speed ahead and trying to stop on a dime and all that stuff and getting your confidence back up. So when spring ball starts, he'll be in the phase of working on lateral movements, which would play in the part of him taking a 5-step drop or whatnot. So he'll need those reps. That's what he'll be going through in that time and phase of his rehab. And he can do that. He can be fully padded away from everybody else working on his drop.
Yeah. Spring is going to be about 4 months. He had the surgery in November because he tried to play a couple of weeks with the injury and then had the surgery in November. So it'll be about 4 months from the injury. We don't know exactly the start date for spring, but it'll be about 4 months from that. When would you say you felt whole again?
I say I felt whole. So my injury was November 5th. I was doing full speed sprints at the end of fourth quarter, which was the first week in February. And I would still put my boot back on just to be precautious. Like, I kept my boot on, like always, just the way I wouldn't bump anything or do anything crazy because I still had the screws in. But I felt fully confident, fully everything come mid-April.
Okay. About 5 months, thereabouts. So, and everyone's different, and it could take different time. But it kind of does speak to the point that he'll have some lingering issues there into and maybe through spring that could limit him in some capacity. But
oh yeah, you want to be cautious with this. Like, this is one thing you don't want to play with to re-aggravate it. Like, he has time. He's a veteran player. He's seen a lot of balls, so I got full confidence that this guy would be extremely prepared going into the season and everything. But as far as, like, being timid, like, this is a physical sport, so he's gonna have to get hit at some point in time. So I would just rather him be more mentally prepared and for it than the physically prepared for it.
Brandon Taylor's our guest, former Tiger. Great. Hey, what's been your big takeaway so far watching Kiffin and the staff build this portal class?
I think his portal class decisions and the way he's recruiting is kind of similar to trying to prepare to play against his offense. He's a very strategic man. And after talking to Jack Marucci, who does a lot of that, who's over all the analytics stuff as far as performance, he said that's the one college coach that, since he's been a head coach, that you cannot chart. Like, you can't chart his offensive scheme. Like, get a pattern, figure out patterns, anything. And that's kind of like what his recruiting is like. And I like it. It's a new style. I'm tired of predictable football. And I think he's going to bring a change to that as far as like from a top to the bottom style.
What do you, as a defensive player, what do you think that's like watching Lane Kiffin's offenses work?
It's almost like, put it like this, you can never get comfortable as far as a defense. I would admit it that we got relaxed in certain games when I played because we knew we was an inferior opponent to certain people. When you're playing against a person like that, no matter the roster, 5 stars, 3 stars, 4 stars, you still got to beat Lane Kiffin.
Man, there's a lot of reason for excitement, especially in the last 72 hours, what they've done here at the quarterback position. But, man, building a portal class of 30 different players and remaking this roster, it is going to be fascinating to watch it all unfold. But they've checked a lot of boxes. The biggest, of course, is quarterback and getting Sam Leavitt healthy off this list, Frank, something Brandon Taylor went through 15 years ago. Been 15 years since you had that injury, man. How's that sound?
Hey, 15 years and I'm running half marathons.
I love it.
You're going to be all right, baby.
I love it, man. Hey, BT, we appreciate you as always, man. Thanks for the time.
All right, Matt. You be good.
All right, man. Be well. It's Brandon Taylor, former Tiger great. Of course, was all SEC. Great defender in that on that 2011 team. Best defense any of us ever saw. And, of course, went on to a career in the NFL, Chargers. And we always appreciate Brandon. You hear Brandon with Hunt and Big Fave on the LSU Sports Radio Network there at pre- and post-game. All right, it is After Further Review. We're brought to you by Parish Restoration, parishrestoration.com. Parishrestoration.com. Start at the website. That's the place. Fill out the form on the homepage. Always get you that free quote, parishrestoration.com, parishrestoration.com. So we're talking about restoration and remediation from a lot of different things. Maybe you had water intrusion or smoke from a fire. Parish Restoration can come by. They'll spray their patented non-toxic dry fog treatment. It'll kill mold, remove odor, other harmful pathogens. Maybe you need to sanitize your space. Of course, cold and flu season. Maybe flu's running through your school or your office building or your home. Parish can come. They can spray. It'll kill everything down to the spores. You'll be in a clean, smelling, sanitized building workspace. It's Parish Restoration. Go to parishrestoration.com, parishrestoration.com. All over Louisiana, parishrestoration.com. All right, y'all, it is After Further Review. Glad to have you hanging out with us here. We usually do Tigers and the Pros in about 20 minutes from right now. I know as we've looked, the big story of the day, if you're just knocking off work, you haven't heard, Husan Longstreet, quarterback, former 5-star from Southern Cal, picked LSU today. It is official. His paperwork is in. He is signed. It's also worth it's notable because the semester, remember, started on Monday. So for players that want to go through spring practice, you have to be enrolled in the spring semester at your new school. So the semester started Monday, and you have about 10 days until you have the deadline to drop classes or to late enroll. So there's still some time, but the portal closes on Friday, and you've got players that are still entering the portal, leaving their current school. Players don't have to choose their destination by Friday. But if you're going to leave, your name has to be in the portal by Friday. So you could still see players added to the class after Friday, but if they're going to go through spring, remember, they got to be enrolled by the deadline of the semester to enroll. So we're getting closer to that here in the next 10 days to 2 weeks. So we'll keep you posted on all of that. As for all intents and purposes, LSU still not done. I mean, they are still hosting prospects, as we've talked about. They're going to bring an offensive lineman coming in from Baylor, an offensive tackle coming in from Baylor that they're going to host, and then Zach Grace is a tight end H-back from Oregon that they're set to host as well. So they're still looking to add some pieces on the offensive side of the ball. Feels like they're done defensively on Blake Baker's side of the ball, but where they can still add offensively, they're still trying to build, and it looks like offensive line and maybe H-back tight end or a couple of spots. So as we learn more, we'll certainly pass it along to you. All right, it's After Further Review. Hump Day Show is brought to you by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Let me knock out a quick break. When we come back, nice honor for the New Orleans Saints rookie class. We'll talk about it next on AFR.
AFR.
Man, I just want to thank everybody who took the time yesterday to send Darren James a happy birthday message. We do that every year on his birthday. I ask you to text him because I tell you, it's the number I give out here is Darren's cell. It's actually his cell number. So many people flood him with happy birthday messages, and he's always super grateful. He sent me a voice memo to thank the listeners for doing that, making him feel special on his birthday. So thanks to all of you. And look, that's something Darren does every single day. Just the little things, the above and beyond things that Darren does for his clients, for his friends. It's no wonder why great things flow back to him. It's why the Wall Street Journal lists the top 1% of realtors in America every single year, because people want to do business with Darren. He gets results, and he treats you great. Agent225.com is the website, agent225.com. Thinking about selling your home? It's time to buy a new home? Agent225.com for Darren James.
Think real estate, think Darren James.
Who bears the standard? Who sets the bar? It's not those satisfied by low-hanging fruit or by taking it easy. Now the standard is set by the best of us, by those who work hard. Dig deeper. Give more. At Sunshine, we're proud to provide John Deere products that work hard for you, the standard bearers. Find the dealer nearest you at sunequip.com.
My father, J.B. Faugu, had a vision of growth for First American Bank and the communities we serve. The bank's foundation was built on his legacy of compassion, loyalty, and dedication. Through his years of leadership, First American has prospered to heights even J.B. could not have imagined. I know my father would be extremely proud of the customer service and financial stability that First American provides to Southeast Louisiana. We continue to thrive because of the legacy of J.B. Faugu.
Trust isn't given, it's earned. On the field, I trust my team. For my healthcare, I trust the lake.
Our Lady of the Lake sports medicine experts know what it takes to improve performance and build champions at every level. That's why LSU chose Our Lady of the Lake as its championship health partner, trusting Louisiana's best medical team to care for our state's best athletes. From championship athletes to everyday champions, trusted care starts here.
I trust the lake.
South Louisiana, it's turnaround season, and River Parish Contractors is calling in the best of the best. We're hiring pipe fitters, iron workers, boiler makers, combo and structural welders, rig welders, carpenters, crane operators, dirt operators, and more. If you're ready to work, ready to earn, and ready to build something that lasts, call Big Jake at 318-547-1000 or go to rpcontractors.com. River Parish Contractors. Let's get building.
I'm Lawyer Locke Meredith. We are honored and humbled to receive from our clients in Google. Based on 5-star client reviews, the designation of our law firm is highly recommended. Whether you hire us at all, please give us a call, 272-5555. You have nothing to lose.
Hi, I'm Mitchell Meredith. Injuries happen when you least expect them to, making your life more complicated. At Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates, we know this, and we strive to help each of our clients during these times. Whether you hire us at all, give us a call at 272-5555.
I'm Gabrielle McLeod on behalf of the Louisiana Propane Dealers. I have spent hundreds of hours preparing for scholarship competitions. That preparation paid off when I won the Fitness and Talent Awards along with the title of Miss Louisiana. The Louisiana Propane Dealers are also pretty talented and want you to be prepared for when the power goes out. Visit louisianapropane.com to find out about propane generators and other.
After further review, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
First American Bank and Trust is proud to bring you live coverage of the 2026 Panini Senior Bowl. Join Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn as they take off the bench on the road to Mobile, Alabama, broadcasting live Monday, January 26th through Thursday, January 29th. Watch it all live on the 104.5 ESPN YouTube channel. Our coverage of the 2026 Panini Senior Bowl is powered locally by First American Bank and Trust, a banking tradition since 1910.
Hey, you like basketball?
Yeah, I like basketball.
If you shot 24 three-pointers,
okay,
and you made 2,
okay,
would you celebrate the 2 like you're awesome, or would you lament the 22 that you missed.
Yeah, I would lament the 22 that I missed. Need to get back in the gym, get up more shots, work harder at it.
Got it. You like baseball?
I love baseball.
If a player on your favorite team gets 24 at-bats and they strike out 22 times, but the other 2 times, homers, you want them in the lineup the next day?
No, they probably need to sit. Probably need to sit, see the game for a minute, then get back in there, take some hacks.
22 strikeouts and 24 at-bats.
That's tough.
That's a lot.
That's tough.
Yeah. You like NASCAR?
No, but for the purpose of this exercise, sure, Matt, I love NASCAR.
So, if a NASCAR driver starts 24 races and 22 times they wreck the car and don't finish, the other 2, they win the race. You want them driving your car?
No, I don't. Need a little bit more self-control out there.
Yeah. You like golf?
I do. I like golf a lot, yeah.
If a golfer makes 24 PGA starts and they miss the cut 22 times, but the other 2, they win the tournament. Good year?
2 wins is great, but you got to be making the cut a little bit more. Yeah, so you need some adjustments there.
Yeah. You might know what I'm getting at here. Some guy named Aaron Schatz. What?
It's the man's name. Come on. We got a snicker.
I didn't snicker.
You snickered.
You snickered.
You went,
You snickered.
It's the man's name.
I cleared my throat. Aaron Schatz. Who's snickering now? You just turned your mic off.
All right, I did snicker.
So you jerk, you just turned off your mic.
I'm immature. I'm sorry.
Loser. Aaron Schatz over at ESPN.com ranked the best and most productive rookie draft class from this year. And number 1, your New Orleans Saints. Let's clap it up. Let's clap it up for these New Orleans Saints, yeah? Here we go. Babe, Mick. Mick deserves his flowers, doesn't he? Doesn't Mick deserve his flowers?
He deserves some flowers, yeah.
I mean, Kelvin Banks went out there and started every game at left tackle. Tyler Shough might have hit on your franchise when 5-4 is your starter. Now, Vernon Broughton was injured. Unfortunately, didn't get to see him after week 2. Jonas Sanker, they like him as a really young safety. Danny Stutzman had over 50 tackles in a backup role. Quincy Riley was your number 3 corner this year. Devin Neal battled injuries when he was out there. Looked pretty good. Maliki Matavao, a 7th rounder. Was active for you at times. Now, Fadil Diggs didn't do nothing, but it's good productive draft class. And so I think, what Grandma Gail was saying a little while ago was he's overseen 2 of the best draft classes in Saints history. What about the other 22? You get my point?
I get your point, yeah, I do.
Oh, you want to talk about Kelvin Banks? Okay, we can do that. How about we talk about Brian Brzee, Trevor Penning, Peyton Turner, Cesar Ruiz, Marcus Davenport, Andrus Peat, Stephon Anthony. These are all first-round picks, by the way. Cedric Ellis, Robert Meacham, Jonathan Sullivan. Oh, yeah, that was Mick. His first year was 2002 when he drafted Dante Stallworth in round 1. Oh, you want to talk about 2017? I'm happy to talk about 2017. That's amazing. Lattimore, Ramchick, Marcus Williams, Alvin Kamara, Alex Anzalone, Trey Hendrickson, Al-Qadim Muhammad. Incredible year. What did he do in 2018? Marcus Davenport, Traquan Smith, Rick Leonard, Natrell Jamerson, Cameron Moore, Boston Scott, Will Clapp. Your best pick was your 7th rounder. How about that great 2020 draft where he traded away all the draft capital, made 4 picks? Cesar Ruiz, Zach Bond, who left you and became great, Adam Troutman and Tommy Stevens, who you only drafted because you were pissed off because another team was going to sign him. That was the entire draft class. Do we need to talk about drafting Brian Brzee and then Isaiah Foskey, who didn't even make the team in year 3? Kendre Miller's gone. Nick Saldiveri, hurt. Hadn't even been good when he's been out there. This is all one draft class, by the way. Jake Haener, Jordan Howden, and A.T. Perry. Remember A.T. Perry? Remember we were excited about him? Yeah. You see, the bottom line is you can't miss 22 times and think you're going to be celebrated when you hit twice. What's the old cliche? A broken clock is right twice a day? That's Mickey Loomis as a GM. Now, my hope for the team I love is that Kellen Moore and this staff can overcome Mickey Loomis, because the consistency throughout all this is Mickey Loomis. My hope is Kellen Moore is the variable that led to the success of this draft class. That's my hope. I'm not, however, optimistic. What I hope is this draft class does take a really successful year 1 and takes a big leap into year 2 and becomes the cornerstone of your franchise. So even if you continue to whiff, like the Saints did in drafts after that great 2017 draft, or even if you go back to the 06 draft, whenever you had Reggie Bush, Roman Harper, Jari Evans, Ninkovich, and then a whole lot of not good after that till you got to Streif and Colston. You know what? We know what they did for an encore? You want to know what the 07? You want me to go through the 07 draft for you? After the really good draft in 06? Here you go. Robert Meacham, Usama Young, Andy Aleman, Antonio Pittman. Bushrod was a 4th rounder, then David Jones and Marvin Mitchell. I can cherry pick some Bushrod and Carl Nix in round 5 and Jimmy Graham in round 3 and Caden Ellis and Will Clapp in round 7. I can cherry pick some of those. But I can also find a lot of Chip Vaughn and Stanley Arno. I can find a lot of Corey White and Andrew Tiller. I can find me some Ronald Powell and Tavon Rooks. I can find the atrocity that was the 2015 draft when they actually used 9 picks and took Andrus Peat, Stephon Anthony, Haoli Kikaha, Garrett Grayson, P.J. Williams, Davis Tull, Tyler Davison, Damian Swan, and Marcus Murphy. You want to know why? You want to know why they went back-to-back-to-back 7 and 9 seasons in that era? That's why. You want to know why I have no confidence in Mickey Loomis to get this right in consecutive years? That's why. My hope is that Ellen
Moore
is the smartest guy in the room and can somehow overtake Gumsmack and Mick. My hope. Not optimistic, but I'm hopeful. You like soccer?
Yeah, it's okay.
If you take 24 penalty kicks and you miss 22 of them, but you make 2, should they keep running you out there to kick the PKs?
No, it should be somebody else. 100%.
Yeah. You like hockey?
I like the fights in hockey, yeah.
If you're a goaltender and there's 24 shots on goal and they score 22 times and you only stop 2, should you still be the goalie?
Nah, it's time to go to the other guy.
Probably time to go to the other guy. Or if it's the Mighty Ducks 2, you go to the other girl, Julie the Cat Gaffney.
Absolutely. Need to go back and watch those, man. It's been a minute. Good movies, like really good movies. Mighty Duck franchise. Solid.
Let's focus, okay?
Sorry.
You like cricket?
It's similar to baseball. Yeah, I love cricket.
I have no idea what analogy I can draw in cricket. But if there's one to be drawn in cricket, just assume that I'm saying that now and making it a shot at Mickey Loomis. That's what I'm doing here.
And it's probably time to go to the other guy in cricket, too, by the way.
Time to go to the other guy.
It's time to go to the other guy.
After Further Review is brought to you by Our Lady of the Lake, a championship health partner of LSU Athletics. OLOLRMC.com/LSU. OLOLRMC.com/LSU. You can learn more about the Championship Health Partnership, but also so much more about the many different ways that the Lake is expanding healthcare and making healthcare available to you. Like I say often, the two things primarily that you and I want when we're in need of healthcare: access and convenience. Access and convenience. Our Lady of the Lake knocks that out of the park. They have virtual visits, including on-demand visits, by the way. They have online extended hours. You can schedule your visits online as well, and in many instances, they have same-day appointments. So, you want to make it easy to connect to healthcare on your terms? Our Lady of the Lake makes that possible. OLOLRMC.com/LSU to learn more about that Championship Health Partnership. It's Our Lady of the Lake and LSU. Together, we roar. All right, y'all. It is After Further Review. We are glad to have you hanging out with us here. Thanks for being a part of the show. Music to Tigers and the Pros coming up here in just a smidge. We are following who and what LSU is still targeting in this portal class. Husan Longstreet is officially a member of the class. Yeah, I know. Do you remember how badly I struggled to get Kyle Parker and
look, it's still
What's his name?
Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
No.
It just...
They didn't even have any of the same names.
And Brown, I think, Kyle Parker was 12 and Jaylen Brown was maybe 11.
I thought it was 14.
Maybe so.
Yeah, they were close.
They were close
in
and
numbers.
so it was the entire fall camp.
Yeah.
And when I'm out at fall camp taking notes, I don't write players' names. I write down the jersey numbers. And so when I was in here looking at, and then I was just looking at jersey numbers on my notebook when I was doing the camp reports, I just could never get those right. Now they're both gone.
They're both gone, yeah.
Both gone. So is Nick Anderson. He's gone now too. We'll do some portal stuff here in about 15 minutes from right now. Quick break. Music, come back with Tigers and the Pros. Stick around. It's AFR.
AFR.
Get Gordon and get it done. Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys. If you've been injured in an accident, it's not your fault. You know what to do. Do what injured people in our state have done for 3 decades. Get Gordon and get it done. You start at the website, getgordon.com, getgordon.com. A couple of things that are really important about going to the website if you want to start there. A lot of people prefer to call, and that's totally cool. If you want to call about your case, great. Dial the 8s. 888-8888, 888-8888, 888-8888. Just dial the 8s. No matter where you are in the state. 888-8888. If you'd prefer not to talk to someone, you'd rather chat, go to the website, getgordon.com. Right there at the bottom of the homepage, you'll see the little chat bubble. You can be just texting with an associate in an instant right at the website, getgordon.com. You can learn more about all the different ways they can help you if you've been injured in an accident. You know what to do. Get Gordon and get it done.
When it comes to choosing energy for your family and your home, make the smart choice with natural gas. You can count on efficient and affordable natural gas to keep you comfortable and reduce your environmental impact to help protect our planet. Together, we're fueling our energy future. Atmos Energy.
Trust isn't given, it's earned. On the field, I trust my team. For my healthcare, I trust the lake.
Our Lady of the Lake sports medicine experts know what it takes to improve performance and build champions at every level. That's why LSU chose Our Lady of the Lake as its championship health partner, trusting Louisiana's best medical team to care for our state's best athletes. From championship athletes to everyday champions, trusted care starts here.
I trust the lake.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
South Louisiana, it's turnaround season, and River Parish Contractors is calling in the best of the best. We're hiring pipe fitters, ironworkers, boiler makers, combo and structural welders, rig welders, carpenters, crane operators, dirt operators, and more. If you're ready to work, ready to earn, and ready to build something that lasts, Call Big Jake at 318-547-1000 or go to rpcontractors.com. River Parish Contractors. Let's get building.
After a decade of working in private duty nursing, I know how hard it can be to find compassionate care for the ones that you love the most. So I started Decision Critical, a premier concierge nursing agency, so we can take care of you wherever you are. Our highly skilled nurses provide exceptional care from the comfort of your own home with personalized packages for short-term, long-term, or even around-the-clock care. Visit us at decisioncriticalbr.com and give us a call today to get started.
Transform your living space with Lacoste & Young Remodeling and take your home from outdated to outstanding. Redefine your kitchen for the ultimate culinary experience or elevate your daily routine with a spa-worthy bathroom retreat. Our skilled team brings 3D modeling to life to ensure your vision becomes a reality. We believe luxury should be accessible and offer tailored solutions to fit your budget without compromising quality. So contact us today for a free estimate. Lacoste & Young Remodeling, providing perfect solutions for your dream home.
I'm lawyer Collins Locke Meredith. Among the most important factors to consider when you're hiring an injury attorney is trust. You trust your attorney will put your interest first, treat you with respect, fairness, and honesty. You trust them to be there for you when you need them. At Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan & Associates, thousands of clients have trusted us to represent them, and for good reasons. Please visit us at LockeMeredith.com to learn more.
After further review, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
We are wrapping up hour number 2 and glad you're with us. Always appreciate Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness, yourgoodwood.com, yourgoodwood.com. Muso, Tigers in the Bros.
Tigers in the pros. They still bleed purple and gold. They're just really rich now.
All right, we'll start in the NBA from a night ago. Naz Reid got the start last night for the Timberwolves, did Naz. 28 minutes, 19 more points, 8 of 12 from the floor. He was just sizzling all night long. Part of a 139 output by the Timberwolves. Naz finished his night off with 3 rebounds and a couple assists as well. Duop Reith contributed 3 points and 2 boards off the bench last night for the Trailblazers. They took it on the chin against the Warriors, but good to see Duop Reith get in there, get some action last night in the NBA. Quick couple updates with the NFL playoffs and some injury reports. Houston Texans guard and former Tiger Ed Ingram limited with a shoulder injury. Ingram's been a starter at the right guard position for Houston, 14 of them, as a matter of fact, so far this season, but some nagging injuries here and there have caused him to just miss a handful of games. So limited right now with a shoulder injury on the first day of the injury report. And then with the New England Patriots, it's more who's not on it. Great to see Kayshon Boutte left off of the first injury report of the week. Remember, he was limited late in the week before their wildcard game against the Chargers with a hamstring, soft tissue. He was ultimately cleared and played. To see him not on the injury report tells you, obviously, he was fine after the game. That's really good news, given the soft tissue. He's had a great season with the New England Patriots. It's been an awesome story to follow. That's Tigers in the Pros.
Presented by Parish Construction and Roofing. Do business with someone you know, me, Tilly, Terrio, Joe, our whole staff over there at Parish Construction and Roofing. By the way, I want to remind you that we are at Parish, Louisiana's first certified fortified roofing company. So talked plenty about fortified roofs over the years, but especially now, before we get, as we're out of hurricane season, we're into like this the winter months, winter and then spring before we get to storm season. If you're thinking about replacing your roof, it's worth learning about the options of a fortified roof and what grants and assistance are there to help with this, and certainly the insurance breaks that you get as well when you install a fortified roof. So learn more. Effectively, a fortified roof isn't necessarily going to stop wind damage or storm damage to the exterior of your roof, but what it does is add extra layers of protection under the roof, so that way you don't end up with damage inside your home. You think about like the contents of the house are what can get really expensive if you have water intrusion after a storm due to roof damage. That's the point of a fortified roof. We'd love to explain more. We are a certified fortified roofing company. We can explain how, what financial benefits there are to you for tax breaks and other incentives with your insurance. We'd love to help you out with Parish Construction and Roofing. ParishBuilt.com, ParishBuilt.com. Go to ParishBuilt.com. You get the Fortified tab. It's right there on the homepage under the video of Kim Mulkey. ParishBuilt.com. Do business with someone you know. Parish Construction and Roofing. All right, it's after further review. Thanks for hanging out with us here on this Hump Day edition of AFR. We will get to some portal stuff here at the top of the hour when we get back after SportsCenter. The big story of the day, of course, is that LSU landed a commitment from USC former 5-star quarterback Husan Longstreet. So the Tigers likely now done at quarterback with the 3 portal ads at quarterback plus Emil Picarella. So you got 4 in that room now. And all of the attention will turn to fortifying, speaking of fortifying that offensive line. So we talked about in hour number 1 with Shea Dixon is there is a Big 12 offensive lineman set to visit LSU on Thursday. So we'll tell you about him and what that may mean for LSU and who else might be out there. And today, another Tiger hit the portal. If you haven't heard, Nick Anderson hit the transfer portal. So what does that mean for LSU's receiver room? We'll knock all that around when we come back. SportsCenter gets caught up on national headlines. Hour 3 is next.
After further review.
Man, I love telling you about Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry. What an amazing business that they run over there. Scott does an awesome job. And I tell you often, he goes all over the world, shopping the finest diamond mines in the world on buying trips to bring the best diamonds in the world back to Louisiana. There's 9 different Lee Michaels locations. And because they're buying for 9 different locations, they have the buying power to give you great deals, to give you a great price. Now, I often say, you go to the box store jewelers, you're going to get a cookie cutter experience. You go to a boutique jeweler, the selection's probably not going to be great, and you're going to overpay. But at Lee Michaels, it's perfect. You get all the customization of a local business, but you get the buying power of 9 stores and the selection as well. It's Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry. Thrill her with a gift in the red box from Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
Dr. Johnson, that's my guy. He gonna tell me when I need to do better. He gonna tell me when I need to slow down. And I trust him 100%. The medical care that I receive at LSU and with Our Lady of the Lake is top tier. I really trust what they telling me, and they keep me right.
My father, J.B. Faugou, had a vision of growth for First American Bank and the communities we serve. The bank's foundation was built on his legacy of compassion, loyalty, and dedication. Through his years of leadership, First American has prospered to heights even J.B. could not have imagined. I know my father would be extremely proud of the customer service and financial stability that First American provides to Southeast Louisiana. We continue to thrive because of the legacy of J.B. Faugou.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. And when you're cooking with clean, affordable propane, you're cooking with gas. In the wintertime, nothing heats a home like Louisiana propane. And when you need hot water, propane's got you covered. Oh, and you won't regret that propane generator when the power goes out. I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and to find more information and to find a propane dealer near you, visit louisianapropane.com.
I'm Lawyer Locke Meredith. If you're battling an insurance company because of a wreck not your fault and they're not calling you back or being fair, whether you hire us at all, give us a call, 272-5555, or email Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates. You have nothing to lose.
Hello, I'm Collins Meredith. If you've been injured on the job, you likely have a workers' compensation claim, but you may also have a tort claim, which opens up significant recovery rights not normally available for a work injury. If this is you, call us or come see us at Lot Mayor Sean Fagan and Associates.
Sometimes you ignore the signs, even when they're right in front of you. Problem gambling isn't always easy to spot. Know the signs. Set your limit. Learn more about healthy gambling habits by visiting us online or text or call for free confidential help now.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Savor game day platters and snacks, plus drink specials at 1717 Kitchen and Cocktail. So come out for game day and let our team make you the MVP. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
This is SportsCenter.
I'm Christine Lisi. It's back to school for Oregon quarterback Dante Moore. He'll return to the Ducks for the 2026 college football season. In addition to trying to help Oregon win a national title, Moore's got a couple of parts of his game he wants to improve on.
I can become a better leader. And when it comes to my play style, just, dissecting defenses, being able to be comfortable with, if I see a defense that I know I've seen this coverage before and how to attack it. And there's a lot of great memories. And of course, I'm still 20 years old, so I'm still young and I have a lot of memories to make out here in college. I'm excited to be around the guys.
Oregon quarterback Dante Moore. By going back to the Ducks, Moore gave up a shot to be the top pick in the upcoming NFL draft. He will project near the top of a loaded QB class for 2027. NFL, as the Steelers get ready to start their search for Mike Tomlin's successor and only their fourth head coach in 57 years, team president Art Rooney II said his expectation has not changed. It is to compete to win a championship every year. He also dismissed the idea of a rebuild. New Wizard star Trae Young continuing to recover from MCL and quad injuries on his right leg out through the NBA All-Star break, reports ESPN's Shams Charania.
ESPN Radio is presented by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Commercial Insurance can protect your small business with over 30 coverage options and easy-to-use mobile app, personalized discounts, and more. Get a quote in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com. Discounts and coverage selections not available in all states or situations.
Matt Moscona.
I'm very important.
After further review.
Say it one more time.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
And here we go.
Live from the Raising Cane studio.
Let's rock!
Hour 3, off we go. Welcome aboard. Glad you're with us. AFR. Presented by Goodwood, Men's Sexual Wellness. I'm Matt.
Love you, Matt.
Paul O'Neill.
They're chanting Paul O'Neill's name.
Muso. And Mr. Toby Tom Play. All right, we're here. Glad you are as well. Get out there, make it a good one. 5 o'clock, quitting time. Glad you're driving home with us. And ooh, by the way, it's a hump day.
It's hump day.
Let's hump, everybody.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Lane Kiffin.
Hump day.
Portal King.
It's hump day.
Ground him.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Husan Longstreet.
Hump day.
Give me a ding.
It's hump day.
Not to be confused.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
With Longwood.
Hump day.
Which happens to be a street.
It's hump day.
On which I lived.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
After college.
Hump day.
I'll get it right, I promise.
It's hump day.
Husan. Nope.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Husan.
Hump day.
Longstreet.
It's hump day.
I need to send myself to timeout.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
You got to do the next half hour.
Hump
Standing
day.
against the
It's hump day.
All right, so the next half hour, we got a Baylor offensive tackle.
No.
Mike.
Husan.
What day is it, Mike?
Husan
Hump
Longstreet.
It's hump day.
2 in a row.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Verge Osbury.
Hump day.
He won't be here.
It's hump day.
He did speak to Michael Cobble.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Basically said Matt McMahon is going to be fired if they don't make the turn.
Hump day.
We'll let you hear it in just a little bit.
It's hump day.
Oh, basketball.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
They play Kentucky tonight.
Hump day.
No DJ Thomas.
It's hump day.
I'm sure that's going to go great.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
All right. So, huge get for LSU today. I mean, Husan Longstreet, 5-star quarterback, talked about it in hour one. You have made, in 72 hours ago, you had no scholarship quarterbacks, and now you have arguably the best quarterback room in the country. I mean, we could peel back layers of the onion and go, okay, well, Dante Moore at Oregon announced he's returning today. They brought in Dylan Raiola. You can clown Raiola, but he's a guy that started at a Power 4 for multiple years now. I mean, there's places that have good quarterback situations, but man, you had Sam Leavitt, who's a playoff quarterback, a former 5-star in Longstreet, the FCS guy that everybody wanted, and Landen Clark picked you over Michigan. You're in a really good situation for 26 and beyond because all of these guys have years of experience, have years of eligibility remaining. And so when you look ahead at what remains, and we're tracking the class over at LouisianaSports.net. I told you, if you haven't checked it out, there's a roster tracker on the homepage. Bookmark it. Again, everything's free over at LouisianaSports.net always, but a lot of people have asked about the discrepancy or the disparity in the numbers. Like On3 and 24/7 have different numbers of members of the LSU portal class than what we have. Well, we have 30 because we're counting the commitments that, and maybe some of these commitments have not yet been announced as having signed, but we list every player that has publicly committed to LSU. So with adding Dylan Jones a day ago and now Husan Longstreet, you're up to 30. Now, the biggest needs that they had coming into this year, into this portal cycle, were obviously quarterback, receiver, and an offensive line. You're done at quarterback. You added 3. A day ago, we were talking about Ryan Staub from Colorado making a visit, and I wondered out loud, was he being used as a stalking horse to try to get Longstreet engaged or committed, or was he really their backup plan? Both things are probably true. Well, the news of bringing Staub here for a visit got Longstreet to engage and ultimately committed today, which is fantastic. So they'll be done at quarterback there. But they're not done on the offensive line. And even on Monday, after Sam Leavitt committed, we talked about it here that I'd been told with some people inside the program that they still wanted to add a third quarterback, and obviously they were pursuing Husan Longstreet, who they got today. But the way it was said to me is they wanted to add a couple more offensive linemen. A couple is 2, so that's my assumption, is that they were going to add 2 more offensive linemen, which they haven't done yet. But we're trying to get word on who those offensive linemen may be. Now, one player that we know is going to visit is Sean Tompkins. So Sean Tompkins just finished up his red shirt. He's from Georgia. He spent 2 years at Baylor. He redshirted in 2023, played in 1 game in 2024, and then here in 2025, he started half the season. And played pretty well, 460 snaps on the season, had some nice outings. Had a really good game on the road against Cincinnati. His pass blocking grade from Pro Football Focus was just a 56. His run blocking grade a 48. So not great. He was actually the second lowest graded player on the offense on the Baylor team this year. But you're talking about a guy here who did start at left tackle for half the season, for the last 5 games of the year. So didn't grade exceptionally high, but this is a guy who has played. Now, you're gonna bring him here. You've already signed Darren Stray from Kentucky, 6'7", 310, highly regarded prospect, redshirted this past year at Kentucky. And then you got the guys that you already have on campus who might be able to compete for that job. But you would love to be able to add a surefire, no doubt player that is a bona fide Power 4 starter. And, I'm going to be fascinated to see how this plays out. Because, as we look at the biggest name remaining in the portal, Jordan Seaton is the big left tackle from Colorado who started 22 games, and we all know the story by now that his entry-level number is $2.5 million, and some estimates are that he's going to get as much as $4 million, and Oregon and Miami are in the mix. And I know there's some people that are wondering if he's visiting LSU, or will the dead period lifts tomorrow, prospects are able to visit again, and we'll find out definitively. I know there's some internet chatter out there about him visiting. I can tell you I've asked a handful of people that would seemingly know the answer to that question, and all of them are being very coy. Like, no one will just directly answer the question, which leads me to believe something's up. But listen, I sat here and I told you on Monday, I tweeted it, talked about it on the show, talked about it on Locked on LSU, that after LSU got Sam Leavitt, they were still pursuing Husan Longstreet. I knew that for a fact. Like, everyone I talked to told me that, like, they felt good about it. They were still pursuing Husan Longstreet, like they had a plan to do it. Now, it didn't make a lick of sense to me, because if you're Longstreet and you left a place where you were a backup, why would you go somewhere else to be a backup? But here we are. And I'm looking at this situation with Jordan Seaton going, if you're LSU, can you really front $4 million for a left tackle? And maybe, I guess. I mean, at this point, would I doubt anything at this point? Probably not. But that feels far-fetched, because, man, everybody has varying degrees of capital to spend. And LSU has spent a ton. So I know whenever I talk about, like, well, that $4 million price tag is a lot, I don't know if they can afford it, the rebuttal I'm going to get from people is, but let's say LSU had all this money. Yeah. They're paying Sam Leavitt over $5 million. The initial offer for Chambliss was going to be upper threes. You've signed 30 guys out of the portal. You kept all your top 6 retention targets. Like, you've spent a crap load of money. You have it. Clearly you do. Look, they got the number 1 portal class in the country by a mile. So, yeah, they have money, and they spent it. But it's not an unlimited funnel of cash. It's not this waterfall of cash that never ends. So I just keep wondering intuitively, like, at what point can you not outspend everybody? And I don't know the answer to that question. I mean, I know this, which I've shared with you. A lot of people asked about Cam Coleman, the receiver from Auburn. Cam Coleman, and I don't mind sharing this number because this number was circulated through agent circles, and I've got this independently through multiple different agents. Cam Coleman's number was $3.5 million. That's what he wanted. He's at Texas. Did Texas pay him $3.5 million? I have no idea, but I know that was the ask. So LSU didn't pay Cam Coleman $3.5 million. Now they signed 9 receivers in the portal, 10 receivers in the whatever the number is now. And they got a really good receiver class, but they chose not to spend 3-5 on Cam Coleman. Could they have? Sure, if they wanted to. Just how they're allocating funds. So I don't know what is going to happen with Jordan Seaton, but I'm just telling you my firsthand conversations. I've yet to have anyone confirm to me that he's coming to Baton Rouge. However, I also have not had anyone definitively say, no, he's not. I just get a lot of these coy, kind of like, type answers. And I don't like that. I respect it, and I don't like it. Anyway, so as I learn more, I'll share it with you. But if somehow they get in the mix for Jordan Seaton and land the number 1 left tackle who apparently is going to command a dollar figure around $4 million, I mean, just, wow. I mean, there is no time for dipping your toe in the water. Waiting, like in the zero entry pool of the Kiffin era. Like, no. This isn't like, ankles, shins, knees, thighs. No, this is like go cannonball in the deep end of the CFP. Like, that's what you're doing year one, with all you've done. All right, y'all, it's after further review. We're brought to you by the Williamson Eye Center, 924-2020, 924-2020, or williamsoneye.com. Was in a meeting today, in the manager's meeting here at Guarantee. One of our managers was like, need my reader. So I was like, and I thought to myself, no, you don't. You need to call Dr. Blake Williamson is what you need to do. 924-2020, 924-2020, 924-2020, or williamsoneye.com. williamsoneye.com for the Williamson Eye Center. Locations all over Greater Baton Rouge, by the way. So, there's Connell's and there's the Bluebonnet location right near I-10. We're Denham and Ascension and Lutcher, all over River Parishes for the Williamson Eye Center. Eye care, eyewear, eye surgery. You want to ditch the contacts and glasses forever, Dr. Blake Williamson has a refractive procedure that can help you, but you got to start with that consultation. 924-2020, 924-2020, or williamsoneye.com. All right, it is after further review. There's one other thing that I do want to talk about with respect to the portal. It's an observation about it's a big picture observation with portal. A lot of it has to do with Dante Moore going back to Oregon today. I want to talk about that. And Verge Osbury did an interview with Michael Cobble from WBRZ. A few of the highlights there. And, man, it is put up or shut up time for Matt McMahon. And tonight is a massive, massive day for the future of LSU basketball. I don't know how many of you care at this point, but we'll talk about it. It's AFR.
After further review.
Love telling you about our friends over at the Watermark and the Renaissance. Watermark Downtown, Renaissance Southtown. Make sure that if you're hosting an event in 2026 and you're thinking about a location for that event, you consider the Watermark and the Renaissance. Of course, Watermark's Baton Rouge's premier hotel property in downtown Baton Rouge. Renaissance is right there on Bluebonnet near I-10, across from the Mall of Louisiana and Perkins Row. 13,000 square feet of meeting space. So no matter what type of event, they can host you. It's gorgeous, man. It's so bright. I love walking into Renaissance. If you don't know this about Renaissance, the Renaissance properties, no matter where you are in the country, they're all unique in the literal sense. No two are exactly alike. And all of the decor is fit to that local market. So like if you walk into Renaissance Baton Rouge, you notice the design on the carpet. Those are crab traps. Like if you look at the sculpture behind the front desk, that's a 2-scale model of the Mississippi River. It's Renaissance Baton Rouge.
South Louisiana, it's turnaround season, and River Parish Contractors is calling in the best of the best. We're hiring pipe fitters, iron workers, boiler makers, combo and structural welders, rig welders, carpenters, crane operators, dirt operators, and more. If you're ready to work, ready to earn, and ready to build something that lasts, call Big Jake at 318-547-1000 or go to rpcontractors.com. River Parish Contractors. Let's get building.
Hi, this is Beth Serena. Welcome to my pool. The first time I saw this beautiful pool, it exceeded every expectation that I had. They were able to get everything we wanted in this pool. It is a beautiful pool. We live out here. We eat out here. We watch TV out here. This is like our living room outside. We love this pool and everything about it. When we decided to build our pool, we called a great friend who is one of the best pool builders in the country in North Louisiana, and we said, who would you choose to build a pool in Baton Rouge? And without a hesitation, he told us Russell Pools. He said their history, tradition of great builds, great pools was unmatched. So of course, who did we call? Russell Pools. The advice I would give to anyone looking to build a pool is first call Russell Pools. They'll do an incredible job. It'll be incredibly organized. It'll be time efficient, and you will have your pool in no time.
Dr. Johnson, that's my guy. He gonna tell me when I need to do better. He gonna tell me when I need to slow down. And I trust him 100%. The medical care that I receive at LSU and with Our Lady of the Lake is top tier. I really trust what they telling me, and they keep me right.
Jordan Faber here with some exciting news. Faber Automotive has officially arrived. We're proud to introduce your new hometown dealership, Faber Chevrolet GMC. That means more inventory, better deals, and the same great local team. Now backed by the trusted Faber family name. Whether you're shopping or servicing, you'll feel the difference from day one. Allow us the opportunity to earn your business.
Fabry Chevrolet GMC. Visit us in St. Francisville or online at FabryChevrolet.com.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. Propane water heaters are very cost efficient. And the savings are even greater with a tankless propane water heater. We all know that Louisiana propane is a safe and environmentally friendly fuel. So why not go green while you save some green? I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and for more information, visit louisianapropane.com.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Wall-to-wall TVs mean you'll see every touchdown in HD. Place your bets and feel the thrill of every play with our...
After further review, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Making great progress. We'll see how he is in practice today. Again, I'm not giving you any coach speak here. Or it's a day-to-day injury. He wants to be on the floor more than anything. He's in treatment 15, 16 hours a day, doing everything in his power to get back. We're certainly not going to risk putting him on the floor too early, but we'll see how he responds today.
Matt McMahon talking about DJ Thomas, not going to play tonight against Kentucky. So Tigers are 3.5-point home underdog against the Wildcats. LSU 12-4 overall after their 12-1 non-conference. They've started 0-3 here in conference play with a really disappointing loss at Texas A&M and then an embarrassing loss where they found themselves down 30 at home against South Carolina. And then, of course, really getting handled by Vanderbilt up at Memorial Gym over the weekend. We haven't talked a lot of LSU basketball just because you're not clamoring for it. And I don't do the show I want to do. I do the show that you want to do, talking about things that you want to hear about. And it's very clear people are not engaged at all with this basketball team. So I'm not going to sit here and break down LSU and Kentucky. I don't think LSU is going to win this basketball game tonight. I hope they do. I don't think they will. But it was interesting because Verge Osbury did a couple of interviews. He spoke to Scott Rabelais, the Advocate, and spoke with Michael Cobble over at WBRZ. And in the interview with Scott Rabelais, he said on the record point blank that if Matt McMahon doesn't make the NCAA tournament, they're going to have to reevaluate. And in so many words, I think we can all understand what he's saying there is this is you make the NCAA tournament in year 4 or you're fired. That's me speculating. Verge didn't use those words. He used the words, if he doesn't make the NCAA tournament, we're going to have to reevaluate. That's what he said. But I think we all understand what that means. And I don't necessarily see the path here. You were likely going to have to approach 500 in conference play. Are there 9 wins in this conference for LSU? If DJ Thomas is there and healthy, yeah, he's your best offensive player. But the fact that you've collapsed like this, look, anybody would be lesser without their best player. That stands to reason. But the fact that the offense has been anemic without DJ Thomas, you just don't seem to have an answer, is certainly concerning. Now, McKinnon had a 27-point game the other night in the loss to Vanderbilt, and he individually performed very well, but as a team offensively, without DJ Thomas, you're just not any good. So, he scored 68 at home against South Carolina. Unacceptable. So, I don't know. I'll pull for them. I hope they turn it around. I want LSU basketball to be good. I want them to be in the NCAA tournament. Selection Sunday is so much more fun when you know your team's name is going to be called. Watching the NCAA tournament is more fun when your team is in the dance. And when Dale Brown made 13 straight NCAA tournaments, that was the heyday. It was a great era of LSU basketball. But most fans, I'm 43. Like, if you're younger than me, you have no recollection of that whatsoever. No awareness of LSU basketball being good, except for a spot here or there. Maybe you remember the 06 Final Four run, or winning a conference title under Will Wade. But those opportunities have been fleeting, and it's just the biggest wasted opportunity on campus. There's 2 sports that make money. 2. Football and men's basketball. It's it. Everything else loses money. And to not be good in men's basketball is just missing the biggest opportunity to maximize profitability. And LSU just isn't good and doesn't seem to care if they're good. And that's a bummer. So we'll see how it goes tonight. When Kentucky comes, it's the only game that sells out or that everyone will go to, even if it's not John Calipari on the sideline anymore. But we'll see how it goes. Tigers are a 3.5-point home dog against Kentucky. Hopefully it's a great crowd. Maybe the Tigers play well, find a way to pull out a win, but they need it. If Matt McMahon's going to continue as the coach, they got to get in the NCAA tournament. That's what Verge Osbury said. And to do that, you're probably going to have to approach 500 in conference play, and you got a lot of work to do the rest of the way to get there. All right, we're brought to you by Shaw Bills Tire and Auto Service, ShawBillsTire.com, ShawBillsTire.com. Getting more to what Verge had to say in his interview with Michael Cobble here, including some NIL conversations and comments that were interesting. But we are brought to you by Shaw Bills Tire and Auto Service. If you're thinking of buying tires, if you need tires, you're looking at your tires going, man, yeah, it's probably time. Well, ultimately, what we know is true for everyone is you want to buy the best tires at the cheapest price. Well, that's what Shaw Bills does. They guarantee it, as a matter of fact. It's part of the Charlie's Dozen. It's their price match guarantee. Buy tires at Shaw Bills. If you find them advertised cheaper somewhere else, they'll refund you 125% of the difference. Think about that. Like, they just guarantee they're going to give you the best price. So learn more about how they do that when you go to ShawBillsTire.com, ShawBillsTire.com. The promotions tab is at the top. It'll have all of the promotions available. It'll explain the manufacturer's offer, their in-house offer, how they combine those to give you the best price possible on every single tire, the best tires on the road. So keep your family safe, drive safely, and you got to buy tires. Get the best tires at the cheapest price at Shaw Bills. ShawBillsTire.com. Shaw Bills, we keep you rolling. Verge Osbury, in this interview with Michael Cobble over at WBRZ, was asked about in this NIL era of true third-party NIL. He was asked about staying in compliance with NIL, because that's a huge part of this conversation that everyone has, is how can you offer contracts that haven't yet been approved and all that, and stay in compliance with the rules.
The staff is working with compliance daily, and CSC, they're working with those institutions, figuring out what we could do and can't do, and we're very aggressive. And Mike, I think that's makes a lot of people nervous. I know that contract snuck out, and it got out some kind of way. Everyone's doing those contracts. And the thing is, though, making sure that the deliverables are in it. The young man or young woman to do what they say to attain that. We're all trying to figure it out, though. There's a lot of uncertainty there about what really is right and what is wrong. And I think that's where we're going to need some guidance at as athletic administrators throughout the country. Because none of us really know. There's different court systems, different rulings going on. Everybody wants something out there, what do we have to do? If Congress give us antitrust and the collective bargaining, things of that nature, that'll help us a lot. But right now, it's like this place doing this place doing here, coaches hearing different things, administrators hearing different things. There's so much out there, you don't know what's true and what's not true.
One of the things Verge said at the start of that clip was people were nervous when that contract got leaked. We was talking about the Brendan Sorsby deal that, from LSU with Sorsby, promised Sorsby $3.5 million in NIL deals through their multimedia rights partner, Playfly Entertainment. And a lot of people say, well, how can you guarantee that deal? And I'm not here to have that conversation. What I do think is fascinating about this and about the dollars is, and maybe with respect to the emotion Verge was talking about there, like if you're nervous that got out there, I want to remind you that while LSU very much right now is a lightning rod, LSU has been vilified for the way Lane Kiffin left Ole Miss and everything that's happened there. And it feels like the world's teaming up against you. It may feel like that to LSU fans right now, or administrators, however. I want to remind you something, okay? For all the conversation about Ole Miss trying to put together a tampering case against LSU, which now they're not pursuing. But I've told you I will maintain they are going to make sure that information leaks. But they're not going to pursue it. It's all been about trying to find a way to embarrass Lane Kiffin publicly. Did you see what happened yesterday with Ty Simpson? So, Ty Simpson said publicly, on the record, that he had offers, and one offer from Miami for $6.5 million. Ole Miss offered him $4 million. He had multiple offers north of $4 million and an offer from Miami for $6.5 million to play for them next year. Ty Simpson is not in the transfer portal. And Ty Simpson, while he has declared for the draft, he still maintains his college eligibility in the event that he wanted to go back to school until the draft deadline passes. The deadline to declare, which I believe is the 16th. All that to say, maybe it's the 15th, maybe it's tomorrow. All that to say, where's the tampering allegations from the schools that were talking to Ty Simpson? The point is, there is no such thing as tampering. It's the thing I keep trying to drive into people's brains when we have these conversations. Every player has an agent. There is no rule anywhere to prohibit a school from talking to an agent, which is how all of these things are done. How did I know the Trinidad Chambliss number at LSU before Ole Miss had played a game in the playoff? Because Trinidad Chambliss has an agent who talked terms with LSU. The same thing with Kejuan Lacey. How did I know that it was a $2 million offer? He got 1.8 at Ole Miss. LSU was going to go to 2. He ended up getting 2 to stay. Agents are doing these deals. And by the way, great. That's how it should be done. You should have buffers. You should have agents doing deals with the GM, not coaches and players. Let them stick to football. But all that to say, if you were nervous about the Brendan Sorsby thing leaking, or you're nervous about Ole Miss talking about tampering allegations, look around. How do we know that the offensive tackle from Colorado, the offers are starting at 2.5? Why do you think that kid went in the portal? Why do you think that kid went in the transfer portal? We're nearing the end of the portal cycle. There's a lot of needy teams. Demand right now exceeds supply. So what happens? The price goes up. So this freak show left tackle goes in the portal with an entry-level price at 2.5, and it may push close to 4 because Oregon and Miami and LSU all need left tackles. Nick Anderson today went in the transfer portal. I'm not telling you Nick Anderson's going to go in the portal and get $2 million, but Nick Anderson, coming off a year at LSU where he was not effective, goes into the portal, and a receiver-needy team looks and goes, a 6'4" dude that can fly, that when he was healthy at Oklahoma a couple of years ago averaged 21 yards a catch? What's he making at LSU? Okay, what if we double that number? Interested? Yeah. Okay, boom, portal. So that's why, like today, tomorrow, Friday, you're going to have more guys go in the portal. Because the market right now, there are going to be players around college football. Might be quarterbacks. Miami doesn't have a quarterback. Oregon got Dante Moore to return. And they have Dylan Raiola. They're good. Miami doesn't have a quarterback. Tennessee probably doesn't have a quarterback. You don't think there's a quarterback somewhere in college football right now whose agent's going, hey, man, I know you got X to stay here, but Miami and Tennessee are desperate. They got deep pockets. We're talking. You go in the portal, they'll pay you X. Watch that happen. And it's not just a quarter. It's all positions that everyone should be considering right now. So anytime you hear these tampering conversations or allegations, just brush it off. It's stupid because this is how these deals are being done. It's how these conversations are being had right now. It's how this business is flowing. Maybe it'll change and you don't have to like it. I don't have to like it. It doesn't matter if you like it. It's just what is. It's how this is happening right now. So LSU's in a fantastic place. They built a great portal class. Clearly, everything that we thought, which had been said about the liquidity and the ability to do deals, has come to fruition as evidenced by the fact that LSU's built the number one transfer portal class right now by a wide margin. And it's not going backwards. So there's a lot of people that are going to point fingers and they're going to vilify Lane Kiffin and LSU, and that's just what it's going to be. And the only thing that will change that is winning games on the field in the fall. And he'll have an opportunity to get there and do that. In the meantime, focus on the thing, which is filling out the roster, and that means going and get a couple offensive linemen here in this cycle, and then you'll probably be done. So as that happens, we'll continue to talk about it. All right, it's after further review. Let me knock out a quick break, y'all. We'll continue. Jimmy's here in about a dozen minutes on AFR.
AFR.
DuplessisBuilders.net, great website. Pools, outdoor kitchens, putting greens. Highly recommend you check it out. DuplessisBuilders.net, DuplessisBuilders.net, DuplessisBuilders.net. Matt, I'd love a pool. I don't think I can afford a pool. Are you sure? You go to DuplessisBuilders.net. Now listen, Duplessis can build you big, beautiful, custom, luxurious resort-style pool, outdoor kitchen, everything. Derek Duplessis, an engineer by trade, they will build you a beautiful pool that will last. They have a 10-year workmanship warranty. So you want the big, gorgeous, custom resort-style pool, they'll do it better than anyone else. But they also have pool designs starting for less than $50,000, and financing is available. It's like financing a car. You can have a pool, and you get years or decades of enjoyment out of it for your entire family. Start at the website to learn more. You owe it to yourself and your family to learn more. DuplessisBuilders.net. Go to the website. Top 50 pool builder in America from Pool and Spa Magazine. DuplessisBuilders.net.
Who bears the standard? Who sets the bar? It's not those satisfied by low-hanging fruit or by taking it easy. Now the standard is set by the best of us, by those who work hard. Dig deeper. Give more. At Sunshine, we're proud to provide John Deere products that work hard for you, the standard bearers. Find the dealer nearest you at sunequip.com.
I'm Gabrielle McLeod on behalf of the Louisiana Propane Dealers. I have spent hundreds of hours preparing for scholarship competitions. That preparation paid off when I won the Fitness and Talent Awards along with the title of Miss Louisiana. The Louisiana Propane Dealers are also pretty talented and want you to be prepared for when the power goes out. Visit LouisianaPropane.com to find out about propane generators and other safety tips. Louisiana Propane, it truly is the fuel for our future.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
We typically think of stress as being bad for us. At Our Lady of the Lake and LSU, we are researching how certain types of stress, such as exercise, can be good for our immune health. By studying people under extreme stress, such as athletes, astronauts, service members, and first responders, we're learning how to improve the immune health of everyone. That's the power of research. That's the impact of champions. Together, we roar.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar, but instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
After further review, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Yeah, it's great to have, your second guy be able to get some of those reps when he's never done it before. He was obviously excited to play, and I thought he handled it well. I mean, I think there's a few times he's going to have to just settle in a little bit more. But, you see the arm talent. You see, obviously the athleticism was on display a couple of different times. And I think, as he goes forward, just like, Jaden last year and all the other guys we've had kind of at the beginning of their careers. I mean, I can remember, Caleb in the beginning where it was a little helter-skelter at first, and it just kind of started to settle down. And so, that'll be the progression, and I think the part for Husan that we'll continue to push on.
That is Lincoln Riley. That was after USC's opener this year when Husan Longstreet got to play in a reserve role against Montana State. Ended up scoring a couple of rushing touchdowns in that game as well. Just some perspective there on a supremely talented guy coming to LSU in the transfer portal. That was the big story here today. It comes on a day where Verge Osbury did an interview with Michael Cobble from WBRZ. And what was interesting is, I keep thinking about this Husan Longstreet situation because logically, use deductive reasoning. He left a place where he was a backup to go in the portal. Stands to reason he was trying to find a place where he was going to be able to go be a starter. Well, LSU's already agreed to a lucrative contract with Sam Leavitt. That path isn't clear at LSU. That path would have been clear at Miami and likely at Tennessee if Joey Aguilar doesn't get an extra year of eligibility, which is to be determined. Yet he picked here. Well, why did he pick here? It's interesting because Verge Osbury I don't know that this is who Verge was alluding to, because I actually don't know when Verge and Cobble sat down and did their interview. I don't know that it was today, released today. But it was an interesting tidbit about how some players are approaching deals in NIL.
We have young men in that building who was offered NIL packages to go other places, and they took close to zero or nothing to come here because they knew what LSU would do for you. The quarterback we signed, he had a lot of options. Anywhere they want to go in the country, but they know what LSU could do for you, our brand. We've had 2 Heisman Trophy winners at that position here in the last 5 years. And if you come to LSU and you do well, that's what could happen. You could be in a national championship here every other year.
It's certainly a very, it's a powerful sales tool, is the brand that LSU is built. But what Verge is effectively saying there is there's guys who took less to come here, or guys took less to stay here. And I believe that's the case. Harlem Berry is probably a great example of that. Had Harlem Berry gone into the transfer portal, he might have been the number 1 running back in the transfer portal and probably could have gotten more money. But when Harlem Berry committed to LSU, he came on this show the day he committed and said and remember, he committed before his senior year of high school at St. Martin Episcopal. And he said, I wanted to go to LSU since I knew what LSU was. That is and will continue to be the competitive advantage that LSU has. Said it forever. I know that there's the way rosters are constructed now, there's a lot of conversation for people. And I think the biggest thing I hear from fans a lot of times is the question, is Lane going to lean more into high school recruiting? And the answer is no. It is no. I know what he has said, that he might start to skew that way, but look at his history. The last 4 years at Ole Miss, they went from 20 portal additions to 23 to 26 to 30. This year at LSU, they're already at 30. This is what he's going to do. He'll sign 15 high school guys, elite level, blue chip, top tier, must take guys. You're going to sign Richard Anderson and Lamar Brown and Bryson Martinez. You're going to sign those guys. Probably some guys that you think that you know are committed to being there and will stay, who maybe are a little bit of a development. But you're going to go in the portal and build your roster there with guys with multiple years of eligibility that already have college experience. I mean, it's one of the biggest things about Indiana. I mean, Indiana's roster is made up of 22 to 24-year-olds. Like, why are they good? Why are they physical? Because they're 22 to 24 years old. That's the approach. That's the objective. You're going to have guys who want to be at LSU, who are going to be loyal out from this state. But by and large, this is going to be the approach that you're going to see in how they're going to build this roster. In one more from Verge, he was asked also about fundraising, which is something you have to have for facilities, but also now for NIL and building your roster.
I'm going to work very hard with TAF to get us to where, we need to be. Does it got to come from philanthropic fundraising? People giving to the institution, and LSU is young in that area. We're not old like some of the IPTAs at Clemson and some of the Bull Gators at Florida and some of the Texas Exes at University of Texas and A&M, those places. We're young in that area. And so that's one of the areas where I definitely want to spend a lot of time in growing and meeting people and telling them and educating them about what is important to give to make the university and athletic department successful.
Something to follow. Verge Osbury. Catch that entire interview with Michael Coble. I got the full interview up on social media over at WBRZ. All right, it is After Further Review. We're brought to you by Supper Club. I can't wait, man. I'll be there Saturday. Eric and I, our 14th wedding anniversary was yesterday. We're going to do our anniversary dinner on Saturday, so we're going to go to Supper Club. I'm excited about it. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to get a steak. I know I'm going to get a steak. I always lie to myself and tell myself I'm going to get something different. But I do change it up when I go, but there's no doubt. Maybe I'll ask him what the Sagrera cut is when we're there. Love that you can always get something different. A few times ago we were there, they had bison on the menu, which was the first time I tried bison. So I love to ask at Supper Club when I go, do you have anything new? Do you have anything different? And Chef Layton always does an amazing job of bringing new pieces of meat, new cuts of meat. I had Australian Wagyu when I was there last Wednesday over at Supper Club with my friends from Our Lady of the Lake. Bottom line is, you're going to have the most incredible dining experience no matter what you eat. If you want a rare cut of meat like I love, or if you want Chilean sea bass or the veal parm, which is outstanding, the lamb chops, no matter what you have, it's going to be the best thing of that thing that you've ever had. And it's at Supper Club. If you're celebrating a special occasion, a birthday, a wedding anniversary, graduation, a promotion, any type of life event, or just because. The Just Because place, the celebration place, make sure it's Supper Club. SupperClubBTR.com, SupperClubBTR.com, SupperClubBTR.com. All right, y'all, it is After Further Review. Glad to have you hanging out with us here. Jimmy will be here for Auto Locks when we come back. Find out what we're betting on tonight. Been a really good show. Remember, if you missed anything, AFR On Demand presented by Brett Golf. It is a Hump Day edition of AFR presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. We'll wrap it up next.
AFR.
Y'all get on by and see our friends over at Clegg's Nursery. It is not too late, y'all, to get those citrus trees in the ground. This is the time. When the weather's cooler, this is the time to plant those shrubs or those citrus trees seasonally. And they have amazing selection at all 4 Clegg's Nursery locations. Seaganeer Airline, LA 16 in Denham, Mid-City on Donmore, and the Garden Center on Greenwell Springs. Tell you every day to buy local and shop local. If you're not sure what to buy, they can help. The Garden Center on Greenwell Springs, gorgeous. They just expanded the greenhouse at Segan. We were there to get our Christmas tree, a month and a half ago or so. They've expanded the greenhouse even further back. It's starting to look like the Garden Center. Anyway, the point is, you're not going to find better selection and better people anywhere than at Clegg's Nursery. So buy local, shop local, and tell them Matt sent you to Clegg's Nursery.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
Dr. Johnson, that's my guy. He gonna tell me when I need to do better. He gonna tell me when I need to slow down. And I trust him 100%. The medical care that I receive at LSU and with Our Lady of the Lake is top tier. I really trust what they telling me, and they keep me right.
Hi, I'm Mitchell Meredith with Locke Meredith Shaw Fagan & Associates. We take great pride in educating our clients about their rights. Whether you're injured at work or while you drive, call our office at 272-5555. Knowledge is power, and you should know your rights after an injury.
Hi, I'm Sean Fagan of Locke Meredith Shaw Fagan & Associates. When insurance companies have been unfair, we've never been afraid to go to trial. Fighting hard to protect your rights, we never settle a case out of convenience. We only settle when it's right for you. Whether you hire us at all, give us a call.
Most roofers just replace your shingles. At Pelican, we diagnose your roof, digging deep down to find the root cause of your roof symptoms. Now cough for me? Good. We don't ignore your roof's issues, we address them. Let's just take care of this right here. Helping your roof to become the best version of itself. Interesting that you would say that. How does that make you feel? So call Pelican Roofing for your free roof checkup today.
Sometimes you ignore the signs, even when they're right in front of you. Problem gambling isn't always easy to spot. Know the signs, set your limit. Learn more about healthy gambling habits by visiting us online or text or call for free, confidential help now.
This new year, Hood Dental wants you smiling bigger and healthier than ever. New patients can get a healthy gums cleaning for just $89, plus a free exam and full mouth x-rays, a $376 value. With over 3,000 five-star Google reviews, 5 local locations.
After further review, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Down the stretch we come, final segment here on a Hump Day edition of AFR. Always appreciate our friends over at Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Remember, hormone replacement therapy, peptide therapy. You hear me talk about it all the time. BPC 157 has been amazing for my back pain. NAD Plus is awesome for energy and really getting down to the cellular level and re-energizing your body. Learn what options are there for you. Yourgoodwood.com, yourgoodwood.com. Okay, one thing left to do, find out what we're betting on tonight. Time for Otter Locks.
Otter Locks.
All right, time to win some money.
Presented by Total Maintenance AC Repair. Same-day service means you will never sleep hot. 480-1000. We are Total Maintenance.
I think it's safe to say that I won the bet.
You, Otter, what up?
What's up, Matthew?
Another day, another dollar, man. Excited to watch these Tigers play some basketball tonight. Not at all. That's not.
Another day, another quarterback.
How about that, man? Pretty incredible.
Pretty strong.
I mean, Portal King, crown him.
I remember when BK got in the doghouse. He headed to get on the next plane to Knoxville, trying to make it right.
I mean,
no, not quite. But anyway, we kick him when he's on his way out.
I mean, man did bring in a Heisman Trophy winner via the portal. Let's give him his credit where it's due.
Oh, he sure did. He sure did. And helped and develop him. He was way better at LSU than he was at Arizona State.
Yeah.
He was. Yes, indeed.
All right. What are we looking at tonight, man?
All right, let's go to Colorado and Cincinnati first in the Big 12. So that's right there in the Big 12. I know Colorado's been down for a while, but they're pretty good this year, man. I'm backing them lately and been cashing tickets. 8.5 is just way too much on the road here. I think a little bit of a traditional line. So we're taking the Buffaloes. That tips off in just a little bit at 6. plus 8.5.
Okay.
We're maintaining at 8.5 as well. Battle of Illinois within state. Illinois travels from Champaign to Evanston, just north of Chicago, to take on the Purple Cats. We're going to take the home dog here, plus 9.5 with the Cats on the road here. A little bit of dip in schedule, so we think they usually play pretty tough in this one, so just a too big of a number there. And then my favorite play tonight, one more play, and we're going to go to the Big Ten as well. Penn State, 0-5, and it wasn't a good start in conference play, but you saw last week this time, they had the ball down 1 against Michigan before they got beat. They were still undefeated, been blasting people. They're 25-point underdogs. They almost won that one. Then they fought really hard and almost won another one on Saturday. They're 0-5 and playing UCLA, which Coach Mick Cronin, what does he do? He complains about the travel over and over. Well, he's traveling today.
All right.
So they have really gone from Los Angeles to Happy Valley. I like Penn State. It's my favorite play. I would do some money line as well. I'm not sure what that is currently. I did not put the money line out on the website, but I would definitely suggest it.
All right, a little sprinkle on Penn State as well in the money line. So Colorado, Northwestern, and Penn State, 3-pack there from Otter on Otter Locks. You can always get the plays at LouisianaSports.net, always free there.
And Aaron Rodgers under the yardage, right?
Why would you do that to me? Why would you bring that up on the way out? It was such a good day.
We're at Sammy's in Prairieville. I'm actually at Sammy's on Highland right now trying these crawfish for the first time.
How are they?
Over here. I'll let you know in a couple minutes. So just put my order in. So they smell good. I know that. I got a buddy eating a tray next to me. So they look good and they smell good.
We're already at crawfish, huh? Here in January? Okay, let's go.
Been doing about a month over here.
Okay, all right, let's go. All right, Otter, I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, good luck.
All right, man, we'll see you. It is after further review. We're getting on down the road. Remember, if you missed anything, AFR On Demand is presented by Breck Golf. Book your tee time at golf.breck.org, golf.breck.org. Thanks to Shea Dixon, who was here. Brandon Taylor talking some Liz Frank injury last hour as well. Y'all have a great night. Muse Paulie, appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow for Thursday edition of AFR. See you.
AFR.
As we get on down the road, remind you about Arco Power Systems, arco.com, arco.com, ARCCO, arco.com. Listen, this is industrial Generac generator power. The easiest way to say what Arco does is, you know how you have like a home standby generator for your house? Well, this is for your business. This is not residential, okay? This is commercial. This is commercial Generac generators. You come here to the Guarantee Media building. On the back side of our building, you'll see one of these giant commercial generators on the back of this building because storm comes, power goes out. Well, guess what? We're a broadcast company. We have to stay on the air, so we have a generator. What about your business? What type of business are you in? It doesn't matter if it's retail or whatever it may be. If it's hospitals or gas stations or banks or grocery stores, schools, an industrial facility, municipalities, power goes out. How do you stay online? Arco Power Systems, ARCCO, arco.com, arco.com.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Trust isn't given, it's earned. On the field, I trust my team. For my healthcare, I trust the lake.
Our Lady of the Lake sports medicine experts know what it takes to improve performance and build champions at every level. That's why LSU chose Our Lady of the Lake as its championship health partner, trusting Louisiana's best medical team to care for our state's best athletes. From championship athletes to everyday champions, trusted care starts here.
I trust the lake.
This new year, Hood Dental wants you smiling bigger and healthier than ever. New patients can get a healthy gums cleaning for just $89, plus a free exam and full mouth x-rays, a $376 value. With over 3,000 five-star Google reviews, 5 local locations, and easy online scheduling with same-day care, Hood Dental makes it simple to get started. And for January only, save 15% up to $150 on restorative treatment. Schedule today at hooddentalcare.com.
Transform your living space with Lacoste & Young Remodeling and take your home from outdated to outstanding.
Redefine your kitchen for the ultimate culinary experience, or elevate your daily routine with a spa-worthy bathroom retreat. Our skilled team brings 3D modeling to life to ensure your vision becomes a reality. We believe luxury should be accessible and offer tailored solutions to fit your budget without compromising quality. So contact us today for a free estimate. Lacoste & Young Remodeling, providing perfect solutions for your dream home.
Lockmere Deshawn Fagan and Associates has won for our clients over $175 million over the decades, but our greatest success is our clients who have chosen and trusted us to help them. Whether you hire us at all, give us a call. You've got nothing to lose.
Hi, I'm Sean Fagan. If you get injured, you could be staring at medical bills, repair costs, and lost income. Life can be turned upside down. At Lockmere Deshawn Fagan and Associates, we'll work to turn your world right side up. Hire us, and like thousands of our clients, you'll be glad you did.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
When it comes to choosing energy for your family and your home, make the smart choice with natural gas. You can count on efficient and affordable natural gas to keep you comfortable and reduce your environmental impact to help protect our planet. Together, we're fueling our energy future. At